Hey everybody, I hope y'all can hear me. If you can't hear me, please let me know. Because I don't want to start talking. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I don't want to do an hour's worth of talking and then realize that you guys have missed like 20 minutes of it. Okay, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to talk right now, but I'm going to kind of just talk to get people get on here so I can make sure you guys hear me all right. So, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. It's been a long, long, long time, I know, since I did a show. But y'all know these lives, they take so much time, they take so much energy. It's not that I don't want to do them, it's just that it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy. So I see two people are on here now. So look, the two people that are on here now, do me a favor. Let me know if you can hear me or not. Okay. So I won't get started talking and then I realize that you guys didn't hear anything I said. Okay. So can you tell me if you hear me, if you can't hear me, before I start getting into the information? So, as y'all can see by the way I'm dressed, it's freezing cold here. It was like horribly cold today. So, look, can y'all tell me if y'all can hear me? If y'all cannot hear me, please let me know. Okay, good. Hey, how you doing? All right, good. So now we can get started because now I know y'all can hear me. So, hey, welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. Yeah, I'm sorry for my absence, but I've been so busy. It's just been, I can't even believe how busy I've been. All right. So I couldn't do lives because it was just too time consuming. These lives are very time consuming. So, but I had to do this one. I had to do this one for Mr. Foreman. Mr. Foreman, he missed me. I miss you too, Mr. Foreman. I was just thinking about you actually. So this show is for you. So look, doing my oh no, I said I was gonna follow my script where I introduce myself and follow the rules. Okay. So hey, welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. My name is Kiki Loves Nigeria, and I am the host of this show. I talk about many different things on my channel. I talk about immigration issues. I talk about my travels to different countries. I traveled to Nigeria. I traveled to Cameroon. And my most recent travels have been to the Gambia. And I also talk about issues that impact our repatriation to the continent of Africa. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So what am I talking about tonight? Be more specific about what I'm talking about tonight, I am talking about. I just found out. I just realized that these repats. Remember when all these repats were coming to the Gambia, right? Remember it was just like every week. It was like tons and tons of American repats just going to the Gambia, going to the Gambia, going to the Gambia, right? Well, little did I know until much later, until I start making the connection. Actually, I got information. And when I got the information, then I realized I started making the connection that at the time that these repats were going back to the Gambia, they were, we were giving out PPP loans, okay? So for people who don't understand or don't know what PPP loans were, PPP loans were given out at the time during the Donald Trump administration, and it was under the CARES Act, okay, in 2020. The CARES Act was right after, COVID hit and everything shut down, and Donald was trying to keep the economy afloat, all right? So he created all these different programs. The CARES Act was one of the programs because he argued that the small businesses are the ones who are really going to get hurt by this, and they need something to help cushion them because they're the ones who really keep our economy afloat. So therefore, they created this PPP, Payment Protection Plan. That's what it's called, Payment Loan Protection Plan. So this loan was guaranteed by the federal government, and some people did have to pay it back, and some people did not have to pay it back. Okay. But there were rules to this money. This is the part Black people always leave out. There are rules to this money. You can't just take the money and do what you want to with it. You got to kind of do what they tell you to do with it, especially if it's federal money. So, after I received this information that one of these repacks was engaging in what I suspected to be PPP loan fraud, I said, well, you know what? If it's one, it's got to be more than one. Because when I was there, y'all, it's like this secret. You know how you commit a crime together, and you commit this crime together, and you kind of hold it over each other's head. Okay, so it's like, if you tell on me, I'm gonna tell on you. I got this on you over your head, and you got this over my head. And I'm not saying it's all the repacks, because I don't know all the repacks, okay? And I'm not saying it's all the repacks that I came in contact with. But what I'm telling you is the vibe that I felt, okay? Is that it was some undertone, some secret undertone that I didn't know about and that people did not want me to know about. So they kind of kept me on the outside. So I couldn't really get on the inside to really get information and see what's going on, because, I wasn't a part of that circle, if you know what I mean. So now I realized what was going on was this PPP loan fraud. So they know who committed the fraud and who did. The repacks know who did this. Okay, they know daggone well who did this. I just didn't know. Of course, because nobody tells me anything. I have to find it out on my own. But I take that back, because there are repacks in the Gambia who really helped me out. Because y'all know I haven't been to the Gambia since what? It's been almost a year? No, it hasn't been a year. I'm sorry. It's been some months. But I haven't been there in some months. So there's no way I should even have a clue what's going on over there. But, so the repacks do give me information. But I started, after I got this information, I was like, okay, I think this is what they were doing. I think this was the undertone that I was not supposed to ever, or any of us was supposed to ever find out about. But you know how the universe works. You know how God works. Whatever God, like my grandma said, whatever you do in the dark, it's gonna come to the light. If it's dirt, if you doing dirt, it's gonna come to the light. It's gonna come to the light. So the topic again is, did Crazy Boys repacks get PP loans to go to the Gambia and ball? Namely, irrelevant travel with Tay Tay. And through my research, it was brought to my attention by one of the repacks that Mr. Boyd, Crazy Boyd, had got two of the loans. The two of the PPP loans. All right. So where did I get that information from? Well, I found that Travel with Tay Tay's information. I'm not going to say where I got that information from first, but I got it somewhere first, and then I was doing research on payment protection loan, that whole scam program. This is a big scam, y'all, that's going on in our country. So this scam, it came up with different websites where you could go and look to see if people were on there that you suspected of scamming, and how to report these people. All right. So that's where I got most of this information from. It was called PPP Detectives. That's where I got it from. So also, I'm going to stop here and read these comments. No, let me tell you. Let's see. We're going to go back to how I want to make sure I tell y'all the rules, because that's what I'm looking to see if I wrote that down. Because I want to tell y'all the rules. So let me tell y'all the rules real quick so I don't forget. Because this is major right here. So the rules to the program to get this loan. It was very easy to get this loan, Because let me tell y'all, this loan, I had 2 small businesses at the time when the pandemic hit. I had my dance team and I had a store, an online store. Okay. I was like, when this hit, when COVID hit, both of my businesses just completely just down. Shut down completely. Shut down completely. Because the dance teams, they went to competitions. Okay. I couldn't go to competitions anymore because we couldn't have contact with each other. We couldn't make money because you make money when you host competitions. We were planning to host our first big competition. We couldn't do that because COVID hit, so we lost money with that. Then my store, what I sold sexy, sophisticated dresses for women. That was my little logo. Okay. So these were like fancy social dresses. People who bought my clothes went to parties. You know, they were going to social events. They were usually going to parties for work, some kind of work outing, some kind of corporate celebration. These are the women who would buy my clothes. And I namely targeted plus size women because it was so hard for plus size women to find nice clothes. So my store and my dance team was just chugging along, and then COVID hit, and then everything stopped. Everything stopped. Nothing was moving. So I got this email, and it was from the SBA. I thought it was a lie, y'all. I thought I'm gonna have to switch computers in a second because this one's gonna go dead. I thought it was a lie. Okay, I really did, because they said you could get a loan to cover your expenses. I don't even think it was a limit. It just said you could get a loan. I thought it was a game. So I started looking it up, and it wasn't. It was for real. And then I started researching the rules. Well, one of the rules when I got the information was that your business had to make a profit, and you had to, we was making a profit, and you had to be living off of the wages. Like it had to be generating income. Okay. So my businesses were new. They weren't turning a profit. The store had just really opened up. The dance team, you don't make money off a dance team. You put money into a dance team. All dance teams really need to just be nonprofits because you don't make any money off a dance team. I'm gonna get this other computer, y'all. So you don't make money off of that. So I wasn't making any money off this dance team. I was just really doing it, for the little girls in the community to help them out. So I could have really used that money, but I didn't qualify for that. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna lie and say I was making a profit. I'm not gonna, send in information saying I was doing this and I was doing that when I really wasn't. I really wasn't. I was doing part-time teaching jobs to put that money into those businesses. That's what I was doing. Okay. So I wasn't gonna go, and they knew that because I filed taxes. You see what I mean? So whether I told them that or not, they knew that, because once they put my social security number in, they're going to see what I've been doing. They're going to see how much I was really making. So I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. So I was getting phone calls. Different people in my community were calling me saying, did you get the loan? Did you hear about the loan? And they was calling this free money, y'all. And I was like, oh, this is not free money. I said, no, what is this free money? And so I said, different people were asking me, was I going to apply for it? I was like, no, I'm not going to apply for it. They kept saying, why? And I said, because, for one, I don't meet the qualifications. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say my business is doing something that it's not. I'm not going to do that. Okay, y'all. So let me put this one down into the other one. All right. Good. So, because it's almost there. So I said, I'm not going to lie. Then my son called me, right? He was like, Mom, because he owned a business. He was like, Mom, everybody talking about this free money the government is giving out. Mom, you think I should apply for it? I'm like, boy, you better leave that money alone, because he just started also. He had just got his building. He hadn't even really opened up. He had just got started. So he was like, Ma, you know what? I think you're right. He said, I think you're right. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I said, I'm not either. So do y'all know I got 2 more emails? I kid y'all not. 2 more emails. I felt like they was trying to force me in to taking this money. But I kept saying, nah, I'm not messing with y'all because I know. Because for one, that first disqualified me. So y'all want to see, is she going to take the bait? Is she going to take the bait? Is she going to falsify these documents and try to get this money? Is she going to do that? When all along we know she teach part-time and she take that money and she put it into this dance team and into this store, this online store, because they can't support themselves yet. So we know where you're going. We know what you're doing with your money because you use your card. You use your credit card. You use your debit card. There's nothing. I rarely pay cash for anything. I do money transfers. When I would go to competitions, how do you think I got that money to them? We did money wire transfers. Why do you think the government wants cash apps now? Next year, because it was too many. So many people are using cash app. The IRS said, no, we're going to wait till next year. Because it was so many people using cash app. Because that's what dance teams use to get all their money. So all of this is tracked. Oh, there's a record for all of this. So I'm not going to be a fool and think that I'm going to say that I make $95,000 a year. But I know daggone well I don't, and I never have off of my companies. Never have off of my companies. Never have. So I said, nope, I ain't doing it. I just left that alone. Every time I got an email, I just laughed about it. You know, and I was just like, oh, y'all got me messed up if y'all think I'm about to get in this situation with y'all. So my son tells me later on, he didn't do it either. But he tells me his friend's partner actually got mad at him because he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't agree to do it. And my son was like, Mom, I don't care. I'm not doing that. So do you know later on my son calls me and tells me that the FBI was in Dayton arresting all these people who did PPP loan frauds. Yes. So see, this is no joke. This is no game. People think this is a game and they think this is a joke and they think this can't happen to them. But when we're talking about government money and they're saying that this PPP stuff is why we're going into a recession now, you think they're not mad? You think they're not mad? Because people got plastic surgery. When I was researching this, people had plastic surgery. People bought cars. People bought houses. People moved to the Gambia. People bought trucks in the Gambia. People were just balling out of control with government money, with taxpayers' money that you were supposed to use as your payroll. Now think about this, y'all. If I'm using it as my payroll, I don't get my whole payroll in one lump sum at one time, do I? No, you don't. You get it over a period of time. So that money was supposed, if you're saying you're using it for your payroll, that money was supposed to go out like your pay, like your salary, like you do your salaries. And this is what people aren't understanding. So that's what we're talking about tonight. That's what I found. I found out. We're going to talk about what I found out. We're going to talk about y'all questions, and we're going to go through them real quick. So let me look at this real quick. It says, let's see where we stopped at. We stopped right here. Did I tell y'all all the conditions? No, I didn't tell y'all all the conditions for the loan. So it had to be for payroll. It had to be for rent. It had to be for mortgage. It had to be for utilities. Okay? That was it. That's what it had to be for. It couldn't be for groceries. It couldn't be for car payments. Well, it could be for groceries if it was like a restaurant. But like your personal groceries, no. It couldn't be for dining out. You couldn't use it for any of that. It was certain things, and there were clearly defined things that you could use it for. And those were the things. All right, this computer's not going to do it. Let me see if I can get these computers. Let me see if I can get these read real quick. So now, Kiki, you are reporting our good citizens for taking U.S. taxpayer dollars to help build Gambia. So first, we're going to break this statement, this question down. So if they were good citizens, they wouldn't be taking taxpayer dollars, because the key word there is taking. Taking. They didn't earn their tax. They didn't earn that money. Like when I go to the Gambia and I do things in the Gambia to help stimulate the economy in the Gambia, I earned that money. I worked for that money. I didn't take that money from the U.S. government. I didn't defraud the U.S. government to take that money to go to the Gambia and say I'm saving the Gambia. How can you do that? That doesn't even make sense. I'm going to defraud the government to help you, to help another person, and we're supposed to believe that's a good thing to do? So that's my answer to the first thing you're saying. You shouldn't be taking money from anybody, because if you're taking money, you're not helping anyone, you're hurting everyone. So that's the first half of your question. It is such a small pittance when the government gave out over $1 billion willy-nilly. See, and that's what I mean. Because they were helping they targeted women, they targeted minorities, they targeted gig workers, people who cut grass. They targeted those type of people. The people who really make this economy go around. And this person calls these people willy-nilly. When you give these people money, you just giving it willy-nilly. Because these people don't really matter to her in the economy. She doesn't realize these people are the backbone of our economy. That's why our economy is crippled now. This is the danger. When people don't understand, but they think they do. So it's a mere pittance. That's not a pittance. If you steal $1, it's still wrong. If you lie to get money, how is that ever right? If you defraud the U.S. government to get money, how is that right? How is that right? How is that right? How can a wrong, like my grandma always said, how can a wrong ever be right? Two wrongs will never, ever make a right. And when you figure out how two wrongs can make a right, please let me know. Okay, because your conversation, unfortunately, it just doesn't have, it's not valid, okay? Because it doesn't work like that. Wrongs don't ever turn into rights. You can't never justify criminal activity, okay? At least in my book, in my world. And I'm just talking about from my world. But if you are snitching, I hope you include Crazy Boy. So let's stop right there. This is another problem in our community. We don't know how to define snitching. So let me define snitching for this person. Snitching is when I commit a crime. You and I plan this crime together. We plan to defraud the U.S. government together. Okay? I get a loan, you get a loan, you get a loan. And we plan to do this together. Okay? We get our money, we go our separate ways, we spend our money, we have a jolly good time, but I get caught. Okay? The government calls me in and says, Kiki, we know that money, you spent that money in Gambia. Tell us who else was spending money in Gambia, and we'll give you a lighter sentence. We won't charge you at all. Or we'll put you on probation, but we're going to send them to jail. And then I start telling on everybody else who got a loan. Now that's snitching, ma'am. To be a snitch, you have to be involved in the activity. Okay? I was never involved in the activity. I never got a PPP loan. You can go on there and check. I'm sure you all know my name. Go check. I never got a PPP loan. So how could I be snitching on anyone? That doesn't even make sense. You clearly don't know or understand. I'm switching computers, y'all. This person clearly doesn't understand the definition of snitching. And that's a problem in our community, because that's a big problem. Because people don't understand the definition of snitching. And they always want to call you a snitch when you stand up and tell the truth. When you stand up and say, oh, no, I ain't going for that, or you not doing that, or you wrong for that. You know, that's what I teach my kids. I teach them what snitching is. What I just taught y'all, that's what I teach my kids what snitching is. Snitching is not what this lady is saying it is, or this lady, or whoever this is, this person. It is not that. It is not what this person is saying it is. Not by any means. That's not what snitching is. Okay? So she clearly has the definition of snitching wrong. Now, what else did you say? Let me make this big so I can see it, because I broke my glasses. And do y'all know I cannot even get into the doctor until March, to the eye doctor, to none of the doctors. They all booked up. So, okay. So she said, so I'm not snitching on anybody because I never participated in this PPP loan scam. Never. All right. I just told you my story. I know that you know he also got money during the second round. Yes, I do. Because you told me. So you know I know. And I told you I was going to ask him. And I told you that. And I did ask him. Yes, I did ask him about it. Because what can I say? I see it there. Do you want to respond? And that's what I said. And we'll talk about the response later on. But we're going to get to Mr. Boyd. We're talking about your friend, Miss White. We're talking about S. Shantae W. We're talking about her. Y'all, I can't see all these comments. I don't know why. Let me try this mouse. Yeah, we talking about her, y'all. That's what we talking about, ma'am. Ma'am, that's what we talking about. We're going to get to Mr. Boyd. So, this loan scamming stuff. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to see y'all here. It has been a long time. I've been crazy busy, but I'm back. I am back. So let's see. RayRay has never been a good, right. It might be her. That might be her. Y'all talk about a good American citizen. A good American citizen is not going to take from America when people don't have jobs. When people don't have jobs. No good citizen is going to lie. No good citizen is going to lie, defraud the U.S. government to get money to go to the Gambia and kick it. No good U.S. citizen is going to do that. They're not. They're not. I'm sorry. They're just not. And say that they're farming. She was farming, all right. RayRay has never been a good American citizen, taking American tax dollars to help build the Gambia. RayRay is helping her own damn self, and other charitable organizations aren't legalized. It's not legalized. It's not, it's not licensed. It's not legalized. It's not licensed. It's not anything. Neither is her business, because I looked it up. I looked it up when I was doing all this. I looked it up. I looked to see the state of Arizona. All you got to do is Google her name, state of Arizona, go to the state of Arizona state site and look it up. I'll make you a video when we're done. I just didn't have time. I was busy this week. With all my receipts. Little short video with some music for y'all because you enjoy it. Yeah. She's not licensed. Her nonprofit isn't licensed. Her little business ain't licensed. So she just made it up. She's supposed to have a farming business. A farming business on LV stuff in Tucson, Arizona. Are you kidding me? On the middle of LV stuff, you got a farming business. Well, I digress. We haven't got to that yet. Let's go back to this. Right. So this is a good citizen. I'm sorry, Shantae. I'm sorry. What's your name? Travel with Ray. Irrelevant. Travel with RayRay. Good citizens don't do that, ma'am. Good citizens do not do that. They do not do that. Okay. I'm sorry. No, it's in spite of what you think, a good citizen would never do that. Okay, snitching aside, crazy. committed fraud. So, okay, snitching aside, Quasi committed fraud. Well, we have to look at the definition of a loan. And you guys decide. We have to look at the definition of the loan. That's what I'm here for. I present y'all the information, and then y'all decide. That's what I do. I don't tell you what to think. I don't tell you how to think. But then I'll throw my 2 cents in there sometimes for people I don't like Irrelevant, Travel with RayRay, and Black Acres. Now them, yeah, I will throw my 2 cents in there. But that's what y'all supposed to do. You decide what you think. What do you think? You think he committed fraud? The definition, I told you the definition. I told you what you were supposed to do with the money. So I asked the question. I said, can somebody in another country, say I'm in another country, okay, and I'm employing people in this other country, I get the money, but I'm employing people in this other country, would that still qualify as employing, payroll for employees? Well, unfortunately, under the Payment Protection Plan loan, that does not qualify. These have to be American workers on American soil. Okay. American workers on American soil. That's the rule. So I don't know why y'all keep trying to deflect to Quasi. We're talking about both people. These are both 2 people who had loans, not 1, 2. 2 people had loans. 2 people who know each other have loans. Could this be where all the animosity really comes from? I don't know. I have no clue. So let's not try to deflect here and go start pointing the blame game. Let's be adults and look at what the data is showing us, okay? And it's showing us that these 2 people have loans. And then I did find one that said Black Acres, okay? Because y'all know I'm looking for them. Y'all know I'm looking for them. But I think Rick is messed up with taxes. I think their social security numbers are messed up and they can't really get anything. But I did find a Black Acres. I'm going to show it to you because I did find it. I found the Black Acres. It was a fraudulent company also. It was a fraudulent company also. So this person got a loan for a company named Black Acres, and it was somebody's house. This Black Acres is supposed to be in somebody's house out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm wondering if this was a fake IBP, IP address. I think that might have been a fake IP address because it was just like out in the middle of nowhere. And it was like Black Acres, but it was like in like Minnesota, I think. Yeah, it was like Minnesota. I'm like, Minnesota. So I ran out of time in researching this because y'all, it takes a lot of time to do this stuff. So those were the 3 that I found. I looked for more. I really did. I was on it because I'm like, if it's 2, it's 3. If it's 3, it's 4. If it's 4, it's more. All right. But it wasn't. They're not using Ustamburo. I could tell y'all that because I've searched that name. So I don't. If they're using another name, I don't know. I don't know. But I told y'all, I'm gonna show y'all the one I found for Black Acres. Hey, positive vibe. I hope you didn't mind me using your comment in that. I hope you didn't mind me using your comment in that video. I'm sorry I didn't ask your permission, but I didn't know how to get in touch with you. So I figured it was okay because you had said it on the video. So I hope you weren't offended. I'm sorry. I hope you weren't offended. Crazy Boy has never bragged, boasted, showed off online, being rich, wealthy, or successful, and bragged about earning 6 figures and called everybody online for it. No, he hasn't. And this, well, I'm going to tell y'all some of the stuff he said, okay? He said that first he was kind of upset. I'm going to tell y'all just flat out, he just said, he was like, I said, do you want to respond? He said, no, I'm not interested. So I was just gonna tell you. I said, okay, that's what I'm gonna tell him then. So then he came back and he was like, no, he was saying he had that she had showed you guys that he had a uh, business before that was profitable. His business was he made over $418,000 a year. He was saying all that. And, he was explaining to me that he had employed people and what he was doing. And I brought it back to the question but were you allowed to use that money on employees that were not U.S. citizens and not on U.S. soil? So I brought it back to that because that was one of the main rules of this money. It had to benefit U.S. citizens because we were struggling from this COVID. We were hit and we were hit every place but loose. Everything was shut down. No money was moving. So Donald Trump had to push the economy and keep it moving. And the way you do it is you put money in. But see, these people didn't use it the way, because Donald Trump is a businessman. He was thinking with a business mind. These people aren't business people, okay? They're not thinking like business people. And I'm not talking about crazy and irrelevant travel with Tay Tay. I'm talking about just in general, what happened. These were people who just got money, who never had money before, and who got money and lost their mind and said, I'm going to get plastic surgery. I'm going to go buy a house. I'm going to travel around the world. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do everything I've never done before. And what did you do? You caused inflation because you took money. You took a big sum of money and you pushed it into an economy that wasn't ready for that chunk of money to be there. So you know what happened? Everything went up. Prices went up because people had more money. Well, certain people had more money. And then what happened after that, y'all? That money went away because it wasn't real money. It was loan money. It's like school money. It ain't real money. Then that money went away. But the prices were still high, but wages was low. So now what do we have? A recession because these people went out and borrowed for 2 years, 1 to 2 years off the government. And these were so many people who did this. And that's why I'm shocked. Well, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked, but I never even thought about this until I got an email about it. I never even thought about this. So the people that got them didn't have to show proof. They made it too easy to steal the money. You had to show proof, but I could have made it up. You can make it up. You can make it up. You can make up your own tax documents and change it to whatever you wanted to say. That I was the self-reporter. I could have made anything up that I wanted to. I could have told them whatever I wanted to tell them. But the thing was, the government normally check. Loan people normally check. But what happened was they had 10 days because Donald wanted to get the economy. He didn't want it to tank. He didn't want it to do what it's doing now. So he said, you got 10 days. Once this loan is approved, we need to get these loans approved. And then you got 10 days to get this money out. So they needed to move this money fast. So they really weren't checking like that. They weren't doing their due diligence. Because anybody at the Small Business Administration will know that there's no way one employee is making $95,000 a year in a sole proprietorship. How are you doing that? And you're a farmer, irrelevant travel with Tay Tay. Please tell me that. Crazy Boy said he was a financial person, what he does, the tax stuff, and what he kind of does in the Gambia investment, things like that. It didn't say investment, it said more to do with finance, some kind of money stuff. Okay? So I'm thinking about his. And I'm like, okay. His said, I think he said he made 90-something thousand a year. 90-something also. Okay. Well, I'm thinking they're going to look at that also. They're going to look at all of that. See, these people sent red flags. Whether I've done this show or not, whether I sit here and talk about this or not, the IRS is still going to get these red flags. They're going to get these red flags. They're gonna just look at your tax return. So I didn't look at the statements, y'all, because I don't do that. I don't go digging into your financial records. I'm not the police. I'm not the IRS. I'm just doing this for fun, to get information, to help my community out, because I love doing research. So I don't feel comfortable. Even though he sent me the records, I said, no, I'm not going to look at them, because I'm not doing that. I'm going to report fairly what I find. And I look at, y'all know what I look at? Public records. I look at public records. That's what I look at. That's what I look at. So let's go back. So he did employ people, but unfortunately they weren't American citizens. Shantae, she gonna say she employed people too. But her thing, the difference between him and her application, his application kind of lined up with what he does. Hers was a complete defraud. Hers was a complete lie. Like, hers wasn't even possibly true. It wasn't even possibly true. She said she had a business that was a farmer on El Vista Street, that's in an urban area in Arizona, which is a straight lie, which is going to be another red flag, because now they're looking at they're Googling the addresses to see, because they didn't do it before. You put the address down there and they said, okay, it is what it is. But now they're looking and they're like, wait a minute, this can't be the address. Some of them didn't even have it. Yeah, some of them were so fake, there was nothing there. There were just empty lots. But hers, you could see her place. I think it was an apartment building. You could see it. It was an apartment building. So tell me, Irrelevant Travel with RayRay, Tay, or whoever you are this week, how are you running a farming business from your apartment? And also, how are you running a farming business when you're in the Gambia and you're not doing farming? Because I did a timeline. We're going to go over the timeline of what you were doing before you got the money and after you got the money, because you defrauded them all the way around. You weren't even here. The address you said you were at, you were not even at that address when you applied for that loan. No, you were not. So you defrauded them. I mean, it was blatant fraud. Yours is just blatant, glaring fraud. You wasn't even smart enough to try to cover yours up. No, you weren't even smart enough to try to do that. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read that one. Yeah, you weren't even smart enough to try to do that. And that's what's really sad. People who try to get into stuff, they don't know what they're doing. You weren't even smart enough to realize that. So let's see what this one says. It says, Deborah, we know why you're mad. Fraud is fraud. And yeah, she's right. And in the end, both still dusty and have nothing to show for scamming thousands. She's right. And that's how the IRS is going to look at it. They're not going to care that you didn't flash. They're going to look at the rules. They're going to say, okay, you might have employed Gambians because he did do that. We saw that. We saw him working, doing different things, but then they're going to go back to the rules. They're going to go back to the rules. And that's why we got to follow the rules. That's why the rules are rules. And the rule says this money had to be for Americans. It had to go to American workers, because American workers were struggling at that time, and they still are. They're struggling even worse now than we were then. So she's right. Fraud is fraud. It doesn't matter. Right? Yeah, she did. She committed fraud too. But hers is glaring. It was just like, wow, you ain't gonna even try to make this look for real? You just gonna make it look fake? She should have called herself Travel with PPP LOAN. She should have. She should have just done that. She should have just called herself Travel with PPP Loans, because that's what people were doing. That's what people were doing. People were actually getting these loans. She got 19, 19, 15, I think. And I think Quasi got $220,000. You know, but you traveled with this money. You traveled, you bought cars, you kicked it, you call yourself building up the Gambia with our money, because you're not paying taxes. And see, y'all, they know she ain't paying no taxes. They know she hasn't paid down a lick of taxes because they know she don't have a job. They know exactly where her income comes from. They know that. They know it because they have our social security numbers. They know that. So she didn't think they were going to put that together and say, how can you make $95,000 a year and you live in public housing? You live in Section 8 housing. How can you make $95,000 a year? So she better hope they don't come back and say, well, ma'am, since you said you make $95,000 a year, you owe us. You owe us money for all this time you've been living in our low-income housing, paying us nothing but probably $4, $5, and you were making $95,000 a year when we thought you were indigent. We thought you didn't have any money. Not at least not enough to pay your bills. But to find out you're making $95,000 a year and you're a farmer? Wow, that's interesting. I think you owe us, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that's how they're gonna look at you. And then they just y'all don't realize what else they just did. President Biden just signed a bill that gave them 10 more years to get these people. To get these people 10 more years, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to come after your Social Security, because y'all don't know. The feds, their arms run deep, okay? They control all of this. They control all this, all of it. So let me tell you what they're going to do to you. If they don't send you to prison, they're going to tie up your money. They're going to get their money back. If you get Social Security, they're going to take it from your Social Security money. When you retire and you get Social Security, they're going to take it from that money. Whatever money you get, they're going to take it because you owe them. And they're not going to do a little bit. They're going to take chunks and chunks because it was fraud. And you better hope they don't prosecute you, because they can't prosecute you. And they got up to 10 years to do that. And some people were thinking, well, if it's only 20,000, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But let me tell you, there was a lady in Cincinnati, which is not that far from here. She was running for the mayor of Cincinnati, okay? She got a loan, a PPP loan, for $20,000, and they prosecuted her for fraud because she said she had, I forgot, 5 employees, and she said one, and they were making $95,000 a year in salary, and all they did was go pull her income tax and saw this same person who was supposed to be making $95,000 make 15. Now y'all think they're not gonna do that? And they got 10 years to do this, and they just hired a whole team of special agents to do this. They're not playing about this money. PPP scamming fraud. None of it is a great thing to do, especially when you're a guest in a foreign country. Potato, potato. She's right. You're in another country. You went to another country and you committed fraud. You committed fraud to get to that country and only to go in that country and to ball in that country, to act like you were rich, to mess up the economy. Because the economy in the Gambia is so expensive over there now. I don't even know how the average Gambia is living. I don't, because everything is so high over there now, because we went over there with them fake PPP loans, renting out these big old houses, spending all this money, and then it's gone. Then it's gone. Because we were supposed to repatriate Remember, we were supposed to repatriate. We thought that $20,000 was going to last forever. That's crazy, man. Now the economy over there is all messed up, because that's what happened when you throw money into, you throw tons of foreign currency into an economy. You're going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up. Talking about you was helping the Gambia. You wasn't helping it. You was hurting it. Now look at it. Yeah, it's nice if you got money. But what if you don't have money? What if you don't have money over there? What if you the average Gambian? What you doing? How you surviving? You think the prices don't apply to them? You think that? You think that? Oh, you think they're getting a break? That's what y'all think? Oh, okay. The Black Acres have a cleaning business, but I have heard time cleaning their compound and their vehicles and even themselves. Yeah, I know. I remembered that, but I don't remember the name of it. And I'm telling you, it's nothing under Ilsonboro. There's nothing under there. I looked under there. I searched and searched that name, but I can't remember the name of it. And on that little raggedy van, the name has gone off because it's so old. Yeah, but I know they had a cleaning business. I remember that because they talk about it all the time. And it was in Tennessee. And you know what? I think, oh no, I can't remember. I ain't going to say that because I can't remember. Okay, I can't remember, so I ain't going to say it. Can't remember what I was going to say about that. Hey, Miss Wonderful. I can't remember what I was going to say, but it was, I can't remember. I can't remember if that's a fact, so I'm not going to say it. Black Acres can't get any cleaning jobs in the Gambia. They're trying to charge U.S. prices, but as dirty as they look, I wouldn't trust their services. They're hoarders. Yeah, they are. They're real bad hoarders. And she's right. They were trying to charge U.S. prices. And that's what Americans always try to go over there and do. Try to, because they try to live like Americans because it's expensive. It's not even living like Americans. It's just living to what you're accustomed to. You know, everybody's accustomed to a way of life. Everybody's accustomed. That's why you get alimony after a divorce, because it's like to help you, you know, adjust, because you're accustomed to two incomes. Now you got to go to one income. So you got to adjust to scale down to what you're accustomed to. Okay. So when you go to Africa, and it's like I'm telling you, even in Nigeria, and that's what the richest country in Africa, you know, you are going to have to, it's an adjustment. You got to pay for what you want, what you're used to. You have to pay for that. And I don't mind paying for it, but you got to be aware that you're going to pay for that. And it's expensive. And it's even more expensive now, especially air conditioning. I don't know how any American can stay in Africa without air conditioning, especially when it's hot. Not when it's cool, because sometimes it's cool, but when it's hot, during the rainy season, no, when it's hot and humid, I don't know how y'all do that. I don't know how you do that. I couldn't do that. And those flies is everywhere, and the bugs is everywhere. No, it's horrible. It is truly bad. Yes, RayRay is always calling someone else broke and a bum, but she's lying, stealing from the government. Section 8 has it. Section 8 wasn't helping her enough. No, I guess not. I guess Section 8 wasn't helping her enough. So she decided, you know, I'm going to defraud the government and get $20,000, you know, and go to the Gambia and pretend like, you know, I'm this philanthropist. Because after she got her money, she instantly became, not instantly, it took her a couple of months, she became engaged in philanthropy with the U.S. government's money. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And this is the same woman who has the nerve to get on and have her nerve to call herself exposing somebody. How can you expose somebody when you dirty? RayRay doesn't work when she's in the U.S. No, she don't work. So how are you making $95,000, lady? How? You don't work. You don't do nothing. You run to that gym. Y'all know why she run to the gym. She run to the gym constantly, and that's all she do. Run to the gym, get on the internet, Try to figure out when she can get enough points from what's that? Who she got? What's in your wallet? Capital One, her little Ventura card. See when she can get enough points so she can go back to the Gambia to create some more ruckus. She don't work. She don't do nothing. So how do you make $95,000 a year and you don't work and you live in Section 8? And you think they're not going to see that? You think they're not going to catch on to that? You think they're dumb and stupid that the U.S. government does not know that you're in Africa when we got to scan our passports to get in this country and get out of this country? You think they don't know? You think they don't know how long you've been there? You think they don't do a timeline like I do? Who you think showed me how to do the timeline? Girl, you need to stop. Right. She should have been, okay, she not paying taxes into the U.S. economy. She should have been disqualified immediately. But see, that was the downfall, Miss Bethany, because they didn't check. They didn't check. And that's their regret to this day, is that they did not check. The applications were coming in. They were under pressure to get the applications approved. Once the applications were approved, you had 10 days to get this money out. So there you have it. That's what happened. They were under pressure, and it just went left. People who got the money, who wasn't supposed to get the money, got the money. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. You can make fake schedules. Yeah, I told you, fake Schedule C forms. People do it for loans all the time. If she's a farmer, why has she kept it a secret? She talks about her dresses, right? Her body butter, her Zumba, her secrets, and she's a secret farmer. She's right. She is right. Why don't we know about this? There's no video documentation of this. I went through her videos. I've been going through her videos for over 2 weeks now. Over 2 weeks, I've been going through these videos, looking for her to say anything. She said one time she went to some land when she was with Miss Juliet, but that was after she had spent the PPP loan money. Nowhere has she documented, have covered herself to say, oh, Mr. IRS, yes, I did do U.S. government. Yes, I did do farming, U.S. government. Here it is right here. Here's my farm. She can't even argue that. She's so dumb, she can't even argue that. They're going to just sit back and laugh at her. They're going to just sit back and laugh at her. They're going to sit back, I'm telling y'all, when they open up her file, they're going to laugh. They're going to laugh. Because they're going to say, either she's stupid or she thought we were stupid. And she's been contacting them. Remember, she's been contacting them. At least she says she has. Wow. So let's see. I'm mad. It wasn't my money. RayRay scammed and stole. She did. Yeah, she did. After the money, trying to thirst trap. Yes. But that's what they said, y'all. That's what they said they were doing with the money. They were paying for adult entertainment. And that's what she did. Remember? She was paying the men for sex. She was paying them because she had all this money. She had got $19,000 because y'all, now she didn't give Quasi the $16,000 out of the $19,000. So let me break this down for y'all. I was thinking the same thing too, because I'm like 16, she really ain't got that much left. How you gonna do all that with $4,000? A little less than $4,000. Yeah. She must have had some money. Remember when she was bragging at one of the repacks, Places and Spaces brought this to my attention. Listen, remember when she was bragging, y'all, about how she sued her employer and she got all this money from her employer? That had to be when where she got the money from to give it to Crazy Boy. Okay? Because Invest Relocate Africa. Because let me explain this to you. She, on that little FBI paper that she sent out to the FBI, her little affidavit, I could read it. It said she gave him 30, she paid for the whole project. She met him in July. Now listen, y'all. She met him in July of 2020. She gave him all the money. She didn't say, I didn't get when she gave him all the money because I couldn't see that part, okay? But she gave him all the money for the entire project. The entire project, y'all. Think about that. You just meet somebody on social media and you're going to give them, you're going to say, I'm going to give you $30,000 to fund your entire project in Africa. And I've never even been to the Gambia, but I'm going to give you $30,000. So I'm trying to figure out, because I thought she got 2 loans, right? I thought, okay, she must have got her first loan with the first round to pay Quasi, but no, she didn't. She didn't. Okay, she didn't get the first round to pay him. She only got 1 loan, and it came at the second round. Okay, now let me go on. Was it the second or the first one? It might have been the second. It was the second round. Okay, so then this part, she went. Okay, oh God, y'all, I was talking too fast. I forgot what I was going to say. Dad on it. Okay, let me ask these questions. I hope they come back. Y'all remind me what I was saying. I got too excited. I got excited. I forgot. Remind me what I was saying. Notice RayRay hasn't said 1 word in response. How can she respond to that? How can she respond? What's she gonna say? I'm lying? Well, y'all can go to PPP Detective right now. PPP Detective, 3Ps Detective.com. You can go there right now, put in her name, and it's gonna come up. You're going to see she got 2 loans. You're going to see when she got the loans, and her loans were completely forgiven. On top of that, you're going to see she got 1 loan. Oh, I was talking about her suing her employer because she said she gave Quasi, I'm assuming she gave Quasi the money sometime after July 2020. All right. After July 2020, I'm assuming she gave him the money then, because she went to the Gambia in October. By October 5th, she's making a video talking about she's getting her COVID test to go to the Gambia. By October 19th, 2020, she's talking about she's about to live on the next level. And, she's showing one of the Gambian houses. All right. And by October 19th, she's made that video with Phoenix where she says in that video, when they went to the house, the 8-bedroom hotel hell, well, it's still on Travel with RayRay's page, okay, her channel. She clearly says on there, this is where my $16,000 went. So I'm confused. So she must have given the whole $30,000, because you said $30,000. Quasi told me you gave 16, but then in your report you said 16, but I couldn't see it all. It said 16,000, and then it had different parts broken down. So maybe she gave 16 was the first lump sum, and then she did little chunks of 8,000, but she didn't do it because she blew the company out the water when she got there. Yeah. So no, what can she respond to? She always just says, I'm lying. That's all she says. I'm lying. That's her famous response. She lying. How am I lying? Go on PPP Loan Detective. Is it Loan Detective? Yeah. No, PPP Detective. PPP Detective. Go on there. And you're going to see. You're going to see. It is unbelievable that she thought we was not going to find out about this. Fraud is fraud. Why would you be mad when it was not my money, right, that was scammed or stolen? Shantae living good for somebody who doesn't work. Yeah. She traveling to Africa, and you think the government's not paying attention to all of that? They're like, where you get this money from? Where did you get this money from? You're living in Section 8 housing, and you traveling back and forth to Africa. Like you a ball and shot caller. Where do you get all this money from? You don't work. The average American citizen has to work to support their lifestyle. Because I don't know how you go into Africa like this and you don't work. You don't work. You get SSI, I'm assuming. Because you got to have some kind of income. You got to have some kind of income. And you live in Section 8. So I'm assuming something is not right there. Because you got to have some kind of disability. If you don't have kids, you got to have some kind of disability to live in Section 8. And she definitely lives in Section 8 because one of her best friends told me. One of her best friends told me she lives in Section 8. Okay? So I ain't got to lie about nothing. Thirst trap Gambian men is why she had to pay. Yeah, they didn't want to touch that for free. No, no. Look at her. And y'all should see the old videos. Oh my God. That's when I used to call her Dusty. Travel with RayRay. Oh my God. Whoa. I can't even imagine. Lord. She looks, woo, Jesus. That's when I was like, these people don't even have access to running water. They don't, because see, I'm telling you, sometimes to take a bath in Africa every day, it's a chore. Depending on where you live at. Because the water might not be hot. So you're going to have to wait for the water to heat up. Sometimes the water might not run out the shower thing. So you might have to take a bath out of a bucket. You know, you might have to do all of this. You got to be prepared. You got to be determined. I'm going to take a bath and I'm going to maintain personal hygiene while I'm in Africa, no matter what. No matter what. Because I've seen so many Americans, every time I go to Africa and don't practice good personal hygiene. And I don't know why. I don't know why. But I think it's because what you got to go through, it's not as easy to here, jump in and jump out. No, the shower, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. And yeah, she had to pay him. She had to pay him. And she paid him. We all know she paid him. And she said I was lying about that. And I didn't even say that. I didn't even say it. So how could I be lying when I didn't even say it? Y'all know who said it. Y'all know daggone well who said it. Y'all know I didn't say that. I just reported it. I reported the facts, lady. That's all I did. Don't get mad at me for reporting facts. That's my job. That's what I do. That's what my channel is all about. Sharing information. I give y'all the information. Y'all do with it what y'all see fit. Just like when I get information, I do with it with what I see fit. She knows it's true that she scammed the government. She do. And she just know I'm not done. She know I'm not done. So I reported her on the PPP detective site. But she know I'm not done. She know I'm going to the federal straight. She know I'm going to the Small Business Association. She know I'm going there next. She know I'm going to after that. She know I'm going to the IRS after that. She know I'm going to all them places. She know I am. She know I am. Because she should have never been stalking and harassing me. She shouldn't have never been in getting in my personal life like that. If I put it on YouTube, then it's fair game. But if it's not on YouTube and you paying for fake background checks and presenting it out there like it's true, you allegedly trying to get my teaching license revoked? Lady, are you nuts? You think I'm going to sit here and let you do that to me? And I know who you are and I know what you are. You are a scammer. You are a liar. You are a traitor. You defrauded the U.S. government. And you got the nerve to call the state of Ohio about me? And you think I'm going to just let this fly? You think so? I think not. I think not. You're trying to deprive, I don't know how many kids of access to a great teacher. I'm a wonderful teacher. You're trying to deprive them of a good education. And I'm not going to stand for that, lady. I'm going to stop you. Well, the state did because they know you're a nutcase. You think they really contacted me about you? Nobody. You talk to my boss. Girl, who's my boss? You sound stupid. Who's my boss? Who did you talk to about me? Nobody. Nobody. You keep it up, the state is going to come after you. Keep it up because they know you're harassing me and they have documentation that you're doing it. Now keep on playing with them. And I work for them, and you're using them to stalk me and harass me. You're playing with the wrong people, little girl. Why do you think they haven't said nothing to me about it? Because they sitting back waiting for you to contact them again. If you did it. Right? And then she said they told her well, if anything happens, go look on a list. Don't you see? You sound ridiculous. What are you saying? Oh, she's making videos about me scamming people because you are a scam artist. And I got proof. Every time I open my mouth about you, I have proof, woman. I have proof. I have receipts for days about you. Be mad at yourself because you make bad choices. Don't be mad at me. RayRay should stop acting and pretending online of being a good law-abiding citizen and slandering. Yeah, because that's what she do. That's what she tries to do. That's what she tries to do. But everybody knows she's trash. Everybody knows what she's up to. Receipts speak for themselves. Receipts speak for themselves. Okay, so she and Crazy were both balling on PPP loans. No wonder they have so much time to spend on social media. Yeah, pretty much. They were living off of them. But I don't know if that was Crazy's only income. You know, he said he had, money from his other, business things, his other investments, that he was making money all along. So I don't know. I don't know about his situation. I know he said he had other income. And remember, he said, he wanted y'all to remember about when she showed those bank statements, how much money he had in the bank. And he said that was proof to y'all that he been had money before he even got them loans. That little bit of money was really, he didn't say little bit of money. I'm just saying, he was just saying that money was nothing compared to what he normally brings in. RayRay ain't no better than Crazy. Exactly. Juliet, her boy toy, and the compound security guard. What? She's actually worse than the rest. Because her big mouth makes her intolerable. Yes, Bethany. Yes. If you would just be quiet. If you would just be quiet. But that's how you know she comes from nothing and she has nothing. And she's never had nothing. Because when she got that little bit of money, y'all, she thought it made her somebody. She thought it gave her authority to just talk to people and treat people like dirt. Because I could not, y'all, I'm looking at this woman like, who is she to talk to these people the way she talked to them? Who is she to talk to people any kind of way? Who is this person? Why does she think that? And it's because, y'all, she got a little bit of money. She thought, to her, that $19,000 was everything. It was everything. Because she had gave Crazy 16. Now she had 19. So she probably still had some from the lawsuit, because we don't know how much she got from that. Because remember, she was certainly bragging about that when she first got to the Gambia. RayRay is living on money donations wired to her from the U.S. to the Gambia for a period of 12 months. RayRay is dishonest, selfish, entitled, hypocrite, period. She is putting up a front. Okay, so who's wiring her money where she's living off of? Because ain't nobody giving that broad nothing. Trust me. Her little friends ain't giving her that much. They laughing at her because I see them on other channels. They be on her channel smiling in her face and then laughing at her on the other channel. They just there to see what's going to go down, to see if she really going to go to jail. Why would, okay, are you repeating this or am I just going over the same stuff? Dad, didn't I say that? I don't know how many times. Am I reading the same definition? No, I shouldn't be. No, I'm going down. All right, let's see. What does this one say? Maybe she was planning to start a medical marijuana business in her apartment, but she found out the money wasn't enough, so she went to Gambia to clear her money. Positive vibe just gave you your alibi. That's what you can say. You can say, well, Mr. IRS, I wanted to start a medical marijuana business. And I wanted to do trading with the Gambia with medical marijuana. I wanted to introduce them to medical marijuana. And then I found out that the money that I received just wasn't enough to start this business. So I was so depressed that I had to go to the Gambia just to. You can always say that trouble with RayRay. See if that works for you, because they know you were in the Gambia, ma'am. I don't have to tell them anything. Trust me, I don't have to tell them anything. Not with this PPP loan fraud. I told you they got a whole team of investigators on this. I don't have, and you know who's working with them, y'all? I haven't told y'all that yet. The banks. Did y'all know that? So, brother Kiki Loves Nigeria reports people are not. Guess who are mandated reporters in the PPP loan fraud business? The banks. Y'all heard me. The banks. Can I hop on the panel? I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. And I just don't let people hop on my panel if I don't know who you are. If you were somebody who was on the show regularly, who commented regularly, then sure. But I don't know who you are. So unfortunately, not this time, but maybe next time. Because I never mind sharing my platform with anyone, but I just don't feel comfortable sharing my platform with somebody I don't know. I don't know. And I've never seen that name. Larissa Guillen, is that your name? Larissa Guillen? So let me tell y'all, the banks. Guess who's going to do the people in? We don't have to report nobody, because guess who were the mandated reporters? And now these mandated reporters got 10 years to turn over these records to report these people. The banks, okay? The banks had 3 triggers. They had 3 things they were mandated to look for. And if you saw this activity in anybody who got PPP loans, you had to report them to the SB, the Small Business Administration, or to the IRS. Or you can report them to both of them, okay? So the first thing, you had to report any suspected. Now, this is what y'all got to understand. Suspect and proof is 2 different things. If I think you're committing fraud because I watch you and you're in the Gambia and to qualify for this loan, you got to be in the United States, then that's me suspecting that you're committing fraud. I don't have to look and look in your books and look at the bank account to see. It's if I suspect. So the banks are required to report fraudulent activity if they suspect fraudulent activity is going on. So the first thing they got to do is this, y'all. If you got a $20,000 loan and you withdraw $5,000 worth of cash, you just go, they deposit your money in the bank. It's in your bank account, right? It's your money. It's in your bank account. It's your money. You deposit it in your account. And then guess what, y'all? Oh, wait, hold on. I got to charge this up. So listen, I'm going to talk last so y'all hear me. So you put the money in your account, right? You think it's your money, right? You can spend that money any kind of way you want to. You can go get that money out. So I got 20,000, I got 19,000. I can go in here and I can just go get 5,000 and I can just go get my stuff ready to go to the Gambia. I can go get trips. I can go get my nails done. I can go buy my ticket. I can go get my uniforms. I can go get my clothes. I can go get whatever. It's my money. They gave it to me, right? No. If you get that loan money and you take out a lump sum, that's the trigger. That's one trigger. That's trigger number one. All right. If you wire transfer money, large sums of money, like $10,000, and you say, I want to take, now let's do 16,000. I'm going to take this $16,000 and I'm going to invest this $16,000 into Invest Relocate Africa because it's my money. But we know she used her other money for that. Her money she got from when she sued her employer. You can't do that. You can't invest that money. You can't take PPP loan money and invest that money. All right. What else are they looking for? If they see that, if they see you wire transferred money to any type of investment company, that's a red flag. You get reported for fraudulent activity. If these are the other ones. If you withdraw cash, you make luxury purchases, you get plastic surgery. Yes, plastic surgery. You purchase homes. They're paying attention to all of that. Those are the three triggers. And plus this miscellaneous stuff. Now, I think all of those triggers went up. All those triggers have went up for the repass in the Gambia who did the PPP loan. All of them. Because they're going to see that you're taking this money out in Africa. They're going to see that you're getting this money out in the Gambia from the ATM in the Gambia. They're going to see that. So whether Kiki Loves Nigeria says anything or not, the fans know what's going on. They know what's going on. They don't need my help. But of course, when it comes to irrelevant travel with Tay Tay, I'm going to give my help 110%. It depends on one's definition of living good. Yeah, this just doesn't make sense. You thought that, how could you think that? You don't understand government. Living in Africa is very expensive. And see, that was the thing. They didn't understand. Traveling with RayRay didn't understand that. She thought she was going to get $19,000. She got this money February 21st, I believe, 2021. You see, she was gone when? By what, November? When was she back in the United States? By November. That money was gone. That she had that money and a little bit of money she had left over from her lawsuit. But that money was gone. Because it's expensive to live in Africa. It's extremely expensive to live there. But people don't realize that. They don't realize that. They think because our money is worth so much, the exchange rate, that you really are a millionaire. They really believe it. They really believe it. They truly believe it. RayRay didn't care how Americans are struggling. She's too much of an irrelevant lowlife to care about anyone other than herself. And that's unfortunate, but it's true. It's true. It is so true. She stole from us. She kicked us when we were down. When we was down, she was over there balling in the Gambia. When we was all over here struggling, Donald Trump that's why they kicked him out of office. They was mad at him for giving us all that money. Because everybody else wanted us just to be hungry without no money and whatever. They wasn't trying to give nothing to me because I was a teacher. So teachers didn't get unemployment. I couldn't go to school. School was closed. Remember, school was online. I wasn't a full-time teacher. I was doing part-time. I was my gig job, Teaching was my gig job back then. So I just did it whenever I needed. I called it my hustle. And whenever I needed some money to put into my businesses, I went to part-time teaching. But part-time teaching was gone. It was dried up. They weren't trying to give me unemployment. Donald Trump had to pass all that with the CARES Act. And then I got unemployment. Then I could live. Then I could survive. I wasn't going to steal anything. Now, after they had gave me all this unemployment money, you think I was going to go and lie about a PPP loan? You think I was going to do that? You think I was going to be greedy and lie and try to get more money? No. No, I wasn't doing that. I'm sorry, I wasn't doing that. Now, I want to make sure this thing is charging. I wasn't doing that. I ain't like that. But I see a lot of people work because a lot of people did this. A lot of people did it. And I think more people in the repat community did it than we know. This is all more reasons why RayRay to keep her broke self out of Africa. Yeah. And she needs to. She goes back for lawsuits. Who goes back to Africa to sue people? You know how crazy that is? You getting on a plane, flying over all that water, putting your life on the line, because every time you get on a plane, you put your life on the line just to go sue somebody. RayRay was on Section 8. She is on Section 8. What do you mean was? She is on Section 8. She lives in Section 8 housing. She has no income. She has no job. RayRay is always gets mad at anybody who's what's that? I can't see it. Discredit her online. Yeah, I told you I'm sorry, I broke my glasses. Let me try to make this big. She has her Raggedy Ann and Andy clothing. Girl, I was looking at that. And I'm like, who wants this stuff? And she tried to say that she went to the Gambia to get more dresses because they're selling out online. Who's right? Who's buying that stuff? Nobody's buying that stuff. She needs to quit lying. She knows nobody's buying that stuff. She's just trying to play it off, y'all. But she knows nobody's buying that stuff. Maybe she's trying to cover her tracks now, but it's too late. Because even if you try to cut, you start firing now, they're going to go by what you were doing when you got that out, when you filled that application out. You defrauded them from jump. RayRay always, yeah, you defrauded them from jump, ma'am. No, you defrauded them straight up from the beginning. You went into that loan to defraud them, and they know it. They know it because you didn't even try to do what you said you were going to do. The AA who live well in West Africa are the retirees. Yes, who have stayed. Yes. See, that's why I'm not going nowhere. Y'all, I'm not going nowhere until I get my retirement check. Because I remember Incognito told me, and I'll never forget what he said. And I hope he's okay because I don't hear from him anymore. He said, Kiki, all you need is your retirement and you need, I think, Social Security. Okay? Social Security. He said, your retirement is Social Security and you'll be fine. You will be fine. And this person is JW is absolutely right. You are absolutely right. It's when you go, because you can't go over there and don't have a steady income. You can't. You can't. You cannot. Especially, and the younger you are, the more expenses you have. Because, older people are not on the internet. Like, they're on the internet, but they ain't using the internet like the younger people are. So you're not going to have that expense like that. RayRay's businesses are all scams. Yeah, because she's a scam. Of course, her businesses are scams. She's a scam. Girl, you can't tell her those dresses. I know, and it's so sad. I really feel sorry for her. I really do, y'all, because something's wrong with her. Something's wrong with her to just make up those outlandish lies. She made up lies about me that can't even possibly be true. But y'all know who believed her? Black Acres. Black Acres believed her. But these are lies that can't even possibly be true. And she knows they weren't true. So I'm like, how do you get in your mind to lie about something that can't even possibly be true? And you lie about it. You lie about it. And you know it's not even halfway true. Looking like an extra in 12 years old. Oh my God, y'all are wrong. But she does. And these are the things you need to pay attention to. While she thinks her hair is cute. She thinks that whole hairstyle she got is cute. That she walking around looking like that. She thinks that's cute. And then have the nerve to sit up and talk about somebody else. American PPP Loans Department made it easy. Yep, they did. They made it simple for a lot of people to scam them. But they ain't simple, and they made it simple to catch you. Because that money, another thing you need to know, that money was electronically transferred. Okay? That money was not a paper check. That money was sent to your bank account, and it was sent there for a reason. Because if it's I electronically transfer it to you in your bank account, I can monitor when you get it out your bank account. And you know what else they gave them? Debit cards. Debit cards. Of all things, debit cards. You know why? Because they can monitor when you get that cash out. They can see where you're spending that money. Yeah. Y'all didn't think about that, did you? No, they didn't think about that. They just thought, oh, it's easy. It's on a debit card. That's cool. Because they're going to trace you. That's why it's on a debit card. That's why it's on a debit card. Because it's easier to trace your spending. That's why she sneaked into the Gambia to try to cover her tracks. Yes, exactly. Exactly. She trying to cover her tracks. But no. When she applied for that loan, positive vibe, she was in the Gambia. That disqualified her. But straight up, that disqualified you straight. This is for Americans in America. Now they said foreign people who were permanent residents could apply, but that money had to go to Americans on American soil because it was an economic recovery plan for America, not other countries. So, and all she does when she goes there is create havoc to everyone around. And that's what's so sad. Because Gambia is such a small country, y'all. And the people don't say much. They're not like here. They're quiet people. So if you're the bully type of person, you could easily just go over there and act a straight fool because nobody's going to really, bother you. They're just, not going to say much. And that's why she does what she does, because she's in a country where she has people who are real kind people. And they're not going to say much. That's why Cynthia does what she does. That's why they go around bullying people the way they do. That's why they act like that in public. That's why they act the way they do. RayRay is tired and a loudmouth and is truly irrelevant. I know. She's irrelevant. She wants to be relevant so bad. She's an idiot from the start. And when she she donated that $16,000. But it's everyone else's fault for her dumb decision. And y'all, Miss Bethany is so right. How do you donate $16,000 and you agree to donate 30 to someone you just met? To someone you just met. How do you do that? Only a fool would do that. Only a fool would do that. But you blame us. And you're mad at everybody else because you donated this money. You basically gave this money to somebody you did not know. And now you're mad at the world. How much sense does that make? How much sense does that make? because she's not used to money, y'all. She's not used to money. More evidence that she's not used to money. She got a little money and she lost her mind. And then she said, I wanted more. So she defrauded the US government to get more. And she thought they weren't going to find out about it. She seriously thought they weren't going to find out about it. Exactly. And that's why I can't stand her. How the Gambian sees her as a good person is laughable to me. She is nothing but trouble. I wonder who see her as a good person. Because every Gambian man she's come in contact with, she's tried to destroy his life. So I wonder who's seeing this woman as a good person. And that's a sign that this woman is evil. Because when you destroy every man's life you come in contact with, oh, that's bad. That's a bad sign, y'all. That's a bad, bad, bad sign. All right. So it's all bad. That money was for her to go to school. She said, that's what she said. She said, if it was for her to go to school, why would you give it to Crazy Boy then? Why would you give it to somebody when you won that lawsuit? Because remember, she was bragging about winning the lawsuit. When you won that lawsuit, why wouldn't you take that money and go to school with it like you said you would? But she's on Section 8, y'all. She get grant money. She can go to school for free. So she needs to quit playing with us. Blair, before you go, give me something to drink. Some orange juice, please. So she needs to quit playing with us. She needs to really stop playing with us because she has no income. The government will pay for you to go to school if you have zero to no income. And she's on, well, she gets SSI. That's pretty much no income. So she didn't have to pay for school. She didn't have to pay for school. She needs to stop that lie. If you live in Section 8, you definitely ain't paying for school, girl. You don't even have a job. How you gonna pay for school? That was just a lie she was telling. That was a lie she was telling to try to get the money back, to make people feel sorry for her. But she wasn't paying for no school. I'd like to see RayRay in Ghana or Nigeria or Rwanda with her shenanigans. It wouldn't end well for her at all. She knows Gambian government isn't going to do anything to her. And do you know, when I was researching this, that's what they told me. Well, not they, but that's what they told me. With these articles that I was reading, they were saying that you notice these large repack communities, the ones that act up, are in communities where they perceive the government to be weak. Okay. Look where they were in Tanzania. Tanzania's finally standing up. Okay. Tanzania's government, they perceived it to be weak. Gambia's government, they perceived it to be weak because they want to go over there and take over and do what they want to do because they know they can say what they want to say and do what they want to do in those countries. But you will not do that in Nigeria. You will not. You will not. I don't know about Ghana. Even Cameroon. You will not do that in Cameroon. You will not. You will not do that in Paul Bia's country. You will not. You will not do that in Nigeria. But you go to a country who you perceive as weak, and you go over there and you act a complete fool over and over and over again because you think you can get away with it. And that's exactly the truth. That is 100% the truth. 100% the truth. 100% the truth. I don't know about Rwanda. I've never been there, but or Ghana. I've never been there either. I don't know about there, but I just know where the countries I've been to, you can't do that. You can't run around and act like that. You can't do what you want to do over there. You can't say what you want to say. I think she used school money too. But see, school money don't go to you. It goes directly to the school. And that's what I don't understand. What school money what government money give you school money in your hand? None of them. No, none of them do that. They don't give it to you because of reasons like that. They think you're going to spend it on something else other than school. So they pay the school, and if something's left, then they give you the rest. Trust me, I know. So it ain't like that. It ain't like that. Even with my research assistantships, they paid for my school, right? When they would pay for the school, whatever was left after they paid the school, then they gave me the money. They used to give me this contract, y'all, saying they had gave me all this money. They would give me this contract, and I would have to sign it saying they gave me all this money. And I'm like, I didn't get this money. I didn't get this money. And they said, no, it goes to the school. We give it to the school, and then we give you what's left. Oh, hold on. Let me go back and read this one. I didn't get that. Okay. So this says, Lady Berkeley, if the feds prosecute fraudulent loans, even the forgiven loans will have to be paid back with interest. Yeah, they are. They're prosecuting the forgiven ones because that's another thing, Miss Lady Berkeley. They thought, oh, my loan is forgiven. No, no, no. Even if it's forgiven, if it was fraud, they're going to come after you and they're going to prosecute you. You're going to pay it all back, like she said, and you could get prison time. It just depends. And they said it depends. Who are they going to prosecute criminally? Guess what they said, y'all? I couldn't believe they said that. They said it depends on the state you live in. So depending on your state, you may get prosecuted criminally and you may not. Oh, but I know they prosecuted criminally in my state because I told you they did a sweep and took a whole bunch of them. So they said it depends on your state. But either way it goes, they give them their money back. You will pay that money back, and you will pay it back with interest. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That is exactly what they said. She posted a story about her community colleges being featured. They gave her money to study abroad. She's okay. Let me tell you how that works. Because I got money to study abroad. The same thing. They don't give you the money. They pay everything. They give it to you like a scholarship, but they pay everything. And I had $500 left. That's how I went to Cameroon. I had $500 left after my scholarship that I won. Again, was a whole bunch of money that they told me they gave me that I didn't get. It went to the school, and then I got what was left when I went to go study abroad, because they don't do that. They don't do that because they know this would happen. She probably thought she wanted to make it seem like they put that money in her hand. I've never seen a school scholarship, or because that's what it is. A study abroad is a scholarship. I've never seen them give you the money. Even in the summertime, they're going to pay, and they give you what's left. Shantae is one of those people that knows all the ways to get money and not have to work. I'm surprised that she even had it went to sue. Yeah. To sue, yeah. I can't believe her either. I cannot believe her either. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to go back up here. I can't believe it either. But that's what she does. I can't believe she contacted the federal government and she got dirty hands. I can't believe that. Could have took the 20,000 and did something with it, yes, in the gam, but no men, cars, and K. That's what they said. That's what they said. How you know? That was another reason, y'all. They said that's why the government is so mad, because they said people are spending this money on traveling, they're spending it on plastic surgery, and they're spending it on adult entertainment, sex tourism in the Gambia. That's what she did. That's what she did. Now her money gonna be messed up, because if she get SSI, that's federal money. They're gonna take a percentage of that every month until she pay them back, which is gonna be until she dies. Because that's $20,000. 19,915. She get income tax, but she don't work, so she won't be getting that. So all she got is her little Social Security check. She gonna say she mentally ill, allegedly. I don't know if she's mentally ill, y'all. I'm just saying this. I'm just thinking of things she could say. I didn't know what I was doing. But they're gonna say, but you knew what you was doing when you went to the Gambia, ma'am. Yeah, that's what she did with the money. And that's what they said, cars. I'm sorry, cars, luxury cars. Everybody was buying luxury cars, luxury houses. You know, big, like she said, her dream car. Yeah, they was doing all of that with this money. All of that, thinking they're never going to ever get caught. What happened to her friend Phoenix? I looked up Phoenix and I found a Tanya, you know, her name, her real name. And this one was in Georgia and it was a janitorial business. But do I know for sure if it's her? No, I don't. Let me write that down. I think I took a screenshot of that too. But I don't know if it's her. Do y'all know if she had a janitorial service when she was in Georgia? I don't know, but I don't think she had money, y'all. Because she was because Quasi had to pay her way to the Gambia and she didn't invest that much money. So I don't think she had money. I don't think she did the loan scam. I don't. That's why she had to do the robbery scam. That's why she had to do all the little bitty scams she had to do. And remember when she left Quasi, she was living off of Shantae. So I don't think she had money. I don't think she did the PPP stuff. Phoenix married and stealing. Wait. Phoenix married and stealing other broke people, Gambian dog. Yeah, she is. Married and stealing people's dogs. Remember that? Because that's the way she gonna make money now. Because she made puppies. She got them puppies. She got them puppies. So now she can sell them dogs as half German Rottweilers. And y'all know that those dogs are expensive. And even the puppies that was made with her little Gambian dog, they are so cute. They was on my community page. I think the picture's on my community page. They are really cute puppies. But now she's gonna make money off of that. And if she got a girl one, she just gonna keep breeding her. Even if she got a boy one, she's gonna breed that one. Scammer, see what I mean? A scammer, a liar, a stealer, a thief. These people are just sick. They're embarrassing. They are just truly they are embarrassing to our community. They are completely embarrassing to our community. But they get on YouTube and they act like they're leaders in our community. And that is so far from the truth. We wouldn't even acknowledge these people. We don't acknowledge these people. Hopefully she'll miss court dates and all the men she has tied up in the judicial system will get off. I know. It's so sad. You know, because it's not like over here. When you go to court over there, it's like shameful. You know what I mean? It's like over here, it's like whatever. But over there, it's like really a big deal. You know, and you got all these people, all these young men tied up in the court system because they didn't want you, because they didn't want to deal with you. And the one dude, the Mahdi dude, her little boyfriend, remember her little boyfriend, her paid boyfriend who was on her payroll? Remember, that's why she wanted to say she had a payroll for each one, teach one, because she was paying her boyfriend. But that payroll don't matter. She can tell them that all she wants. That payroll don't matter because, for one, the payroll is not employing Americans on American soil. Number two, no, that's number three. Number four, you said you was a farmer, not a not-for-profit that's not licensed. You said you were a farmer. You don't have a license for that either. She don't even have a license for that butter buddy, that body butter, whatever it is that she does. She don't even have a license for that. She don't have a license for none of that. Yeah, I hope they do get off. But that's what happens when you deal with the devil. That's why my grandma always said, you got to be careful when you be dealing with the devil. Maybe she would be a Section 8 area behind those prison walls. They need them because I know so many in Section 8 did it. I know they did. Sharing is caring. It sure is. That's why I'm just sharing all this information, because sharing is caring. And y'all do with it what you want to. But trust me, Trust and believe. The feds are on it. The feds are on this so tough that it is unbelievable. If I had did any PPP loan fraud, if I was these people, I would not be sleeping well at night. I would be really nervous. Because the feds got 10 years to knock on your door. Can you believe that? 10 years so they can take their time. And they got a whole team of agents. I keep saying that because I want you to understand the magnitude of this. The magnitude of this. So this is bigger than me reporting them. This is going to happen regardless because they're going through the loans. And if it looks suspect, that's it. If the bank reports you, that's it. And I told y'all the banks are mandated reporters. Like I'm mandated to report abuse, they're mandated to report fraudulent activity with these PPP loans. I just can't even believe it. I just can't even believe it. I just can't believe they were that stupid. I just can't believe it. Then you floss on in Africa like we're not gonna notice and we're not gonna see it. Calling people, what's to say, y'all? Calling people's job in jeopardy. Yes, it's not. It is not, y'all. Y'all, it is not. It is not. And I could see if I was on here lying and just doing all kind of horrible things. Y'all, I am telling the truth, and y'all know I'm telling the truth because I give you a receipt for everything I say. I am not making up lies on people. I'm not doing that. But for you to sit up and call the state of Ohio Department of Education and lie on me, and then come to YouTube and say, oh, they're investigating. Girl, no, they're not doing nothing because they know you're a nut. I can say what I want to say. I'm not threatening you. If I'm threatening you, if I'm stalking and harassing you, then you need to call the police on me. If I'm defaming your character, you need to get a lawyer and sue me for defamation. If I'm revealing your privacy like you did me, you should report me to YouTube and they'll have the video removed like they did your video. Yes, those are the things you need to do. But you want to play games with me, with my job? You want to play with me, something I've worked for? I'm not like you. I've never been in trouble. I don't do trouble. I don't steal. I don't lie. I don't scam. That's why you had to make up something, because when your little fake background check, and how do you do a background check on somebody and you don't even know their birthday? How do you do a background check on somebody and you don't even have their signature? How do you do a background check on somebody and you don't even have their fingerprints? Girl, you are a liar. And this is what she put out about me. And you think I'm going to just sit there? You thought I was going to just sit there and just play with you? That's what you thought? You thought I was going to let you just get that on? You really did. You should have known better than that. You should have known better than that. You want to come on here and talk and brag about what you've done to me, and I didn't even know any of that, because nobody's contacted me about you. Like the judge said, has this woman contacted you in real life? No. Have you met this woman in real life? No. Ma'am, I can't do anything about that. You don't know this woman. This woman isn't harassing you. This woman is giving her opinion on social media. And guess what? This is the United States of America, and she has the right to do so. But you want to call and lie on me like the Department of Education is going to believe you. I'm sure, I love you, be careful. I'm sure they asked you for documentation. Where's the doc? What is she doing? They probably was laughing at you. What is she doing? Making videos calling me a scammer? Well, man, why is she calling you a scammer? Are you a scammer? She's saying I paid $1,000 for sex. Well, where is she? So why is she saying that? Because people are saying that. Then, ma'am, that sounds like that might be defamation. Did you contact a lawyer? That's why she said they told her, you might want to contact a lawyer to get her off the phone. This ain't no defamation. Girl, I know what defamation is. You don't know what defamation is. She is unemployed, so she wants me to be unemployed. That's how they are, though, positive vibe. People like her, they're like that. They're unemployed and on Section 8, and they want me and you and everybody else to be lowlifes in our community, just like me. She don't do nothing. She don't braid hair. She don't clean house. She don't take care of old people. She don't babysit kids. She don't do nothing to make her community a better place. Nothing. All she do is wait till her points pile up on her Capital One Ventura card so she can go back to the Gambia and wreak havoc over there again. This is a sad excuse for a human being. A sad excuse for a human being. That's what she is. A sad, sick excuse for a human being. It's hard to believe this person is living and breathing every day. But she's not always honest with spilling her ex-friend's business. When she gets mad, it's all about putting herself on a right. And that's wrong. That is so wrong. And that's really wrong what she did to Miss Juliet. And all those people who was her friends. Who was her friends? Who called her friend? And then when you get mad, you come on YouTube and you talk about them. You come on YouTube and you talk about them. She's a low down dirty dog. But I cannot wait for her and her bestie Black Acres to fall out, because you know Black Acres just using you, Tay. You know they're using you, Dusty. They just using you to try to come at me. They thought you really could do something to me. They thought you, that's how dumb they are. They thought you really was about that life. You led them to believe you could shut Kiki Loves Nigeria down. And it was a lie. So they befriended the devil. Now the devil's going to turn on them. And y'all know I can't wait. I'm going to sit back and watch it all. And I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh so hard, my stomach's going to hurt. I'm going to laugh so hard, I'm going to be rolling on the floor. Because it's coming. Because Black Acres isn't giving Irrelevant Travel with RayRay the attention that she wants. Y'all know you got to give her attention. You know you got to let her on your channel. You know you got to hang out with her. You know you got to go comment on her video. You got to do all of that. Irrelevant is not getting that, but she wants from Black Acres. She's going to turn on them real soon. And I can't wait. I can't wait for that party to happen, because it's coming, y'all. It's coming. This woman has turned on everybody. Everybody she has met, she's going to turn on them too. And I can't wait. They made a deal with the devil, and the devil's going to come to collect, and we're all going to sit back and watch. She ignored Blacksit. She ignored Blacksit and scam because she needed a place to live on you. Yep, she did. She ignored all of that. She knew it because look how long ago she knew it. Because she's telling us about stuff that happened a long time ago. But you didn't say nothing then. You didn't say nothing then. So to the lady who want to come on here and call me a snitch, no. Travel with RayRay, Irrelevant Travel with RayRay is the snitch. She is the snitch, honey, because she was down with all the scamming. And then she tells on you when she gets mad at you. When she gets mad at you, then she wants to tell on you. Honey, that's the definition of a snitch. Because she knew all this was going on. But then you want to tell on Miss Juliet? When you get mad at her, then you want to tell? Girl, yeah, you ain't right. You are a snitch. You down with the dirt until you get mad. And then when you get mad, you ain't saying nothing no more. You gonna tell. But you ain't gonna tell, hey, Mr. Jordan, you not gonna tell your part. You're going to tell everybody else's part, but you ain't going to tell your part. The Gambian men are tired of cleaning up all the cobwebs from her dusty old RayRay. They are. They are. And that's the thing she don't understand. She's begging a Gambian man to marry her, y'all. She is begging. And y'all know what? Y'all know I'm going to report her to Homeland Security also. Because she's offering to pay men to marry her in exchange for her citizenship. Y'all know that's illegal? Do you know you can't do that? So I'm going to send Homeland Security, Immigration and Citizen, what's it called now? Immigration and Naturalization? No, it ain't called that no more. CSIS, something, they changed it. Citizen, Immigration Services, something. But anyway, I'm going to send them her name and her information and tell them this is a red flag for this person. She's begging people to marry her. She's offering to pay people to marry her in exchange for land. She's offering her U.S. citizenship in exchange for land. So you know what they're going to do? Put that in the immigration thing and flag her. And flag her. So even if she marries anybody, they'll never get a visa to come here because she's going to be flagged because she went live on social media trying to sell her U.S. citizenship for land in the Gambia. She'll give you, and she can't give you nothing. She can't give you, just how stupid she is. She thinks because you marry her, you automatically get it. No, you got to apply. And they can turn you down. They can care less if you marry. They can turn you anybody down. That's how stupid she is. But I got proof of that too. I got proof of that. You want to make phone calls? You want to make phone calls? Let's make phone calls. Let's make phone calls. You want to make phone calls? We're making phone calls, okay? RayRay used Blacksit for relevance in the game. She did. YouTube subscribers and her roof over her head. Yep. She's a user until someone doesn't co-sign. Yep, exactly. If you don't co-sign her BS, then she is at you. Until then, she's going to use you for whatever she can use you for. And that is so very, very true. So very, very true. So anybody who was friends with her, yeah, I can't believe Cobweb. Oh, here's Blackacre's friend. Well, hello, Miss Dr. Summer Reed, Miss Blackacre's friend. You came over here to represent for Blackacres. Let's see what you got to say. Oh, listen, y'all. If we all work together, we would be an unstoppable force. Let's build each other up instead of tear each other down. If this person, if this person suffers from a disability, I beg you to go easy on them. Yeah, I'm not going to even waste my time. Next comment. I am not going to even waste my time responding to that. Okay. Y'all know RayRay and Blackacres are watching. Hey, y'all, I know they on here. They on here. They probably ain't got them fake accounts. I don't know if they got fake accounts, but they watching. They watching. But wait a minute, did y'all see Blackacres with they fake guests come out there talking about they got visitors? Y'all know those are their friends. Because see, Blackacres has been trying to contact their friends to ask them to come out to Blackacres to show their support for them because of all the things Kiki Loves Nigeria is saying about us. We need your help. So they finally got some people to come out there because people were telling them they don't want to get involved. They don't want to get involved because they know what I'm saying is true. They know what I'm saying is 100% true. Blackacres is using the Black community to get whatever little money they can to build their own mansion while they lied and told us they were building a Pan-African community for us. Oh, another comment. let's read this one. We love negativity. Let's be positive and break the curse against all people. We are stronger together in numbers. Divided we fall. Again, y'all know what I'm about to do with that. Whenever you want to enlighten your people, it's negativity. Sharing information could never, ever be negativity and detrimental to my people. Dr. Summer, please give Shantae your advice firsthand. Her disabilities are irrelevant considering all that she creates on. Exactly. To what about what she's done to them? 4 men's lives in the Gambia. 3. No, 4. 4 men. What about them? What about them? She's trying to destroy 4 people's lives. And you're on here talking to me about negativity and destroying our people because I'm sharing information with you all about repats in the Gambia, getting fraudulent PPP loans, and I'm destroying the community? Wow. Wow. That's all I can say to that. That's all I can say to that. That's all I can say to that one. Because I can't even believe that one. People are guilty with guilty conscience are watching. Yeah, I know. Hey, Bag, where's all those? Yeah, since you're watching, Bag, we want to know. Where's all those plaques? Remember, it was $100,000. No, I'm sorry. Was it 20,000? I stopped counting at 20,000, y'all. It was $100 per plaque to hang on the wall. Remember, this was before rainy season hit because I said to myself, those plaques are not going to stay up there during rainy season because the rains in Africa are not like the rains here. They're torrential rains. They're going to knock those plaques off the wall. And if they don't knock the plaques off the wall, they're certainly going to knock the lettering off the wall. Guess what, y'all? We seen the plaques, then we didn't see them no more. Guess what Bag said? Cynthia and Rick said they didn't have a screwdriver. They didn't, no, I'm sorry, a drill. They didn't have a drill, so they couldn't put the rest of the plaques up there. So I'm waiting to see the wall, Blackacres. You showed us your fake friends. Well, they're not fake friends. They're your friends. They're not visitors. They're your friends. They're supporters of Blackacres. You showed us them coming out there picking those collard greens and those whatever else you got out there, because you only had a little and you really didn't want them to pick it, and we could tell that. You was hoping they didn't take much. And I couldn't believe you was charging them for vegetables you sprayed dishwashing liquid over, which has all kind of cancer-causing chemicals in it, which I'm sure it does when you digest them. And you're selling vegetables like that? Really? And you're charging people? And your friends? Because these aren't visitors. These aren't people who don't know you. These are your supporters. So keep it real. Keep it real and say, I asked my friends to come out here and do a video because Kiki been dogging us up one side of the street and the left. And we know what she's saying is true. And y'all know what she's saying is true. Because y'all notice once I put the picture up of the strawberries, of how the strawberries is really supposed to look. Did y'all notice? That's how the strawberries looked. And we're supposed to be boo-boo the food. Blackacres, we're not boo-boo the food. We know y'all planting that stuff. Somebody's writing me, telling me. Okay? Somebody's writing and telling me that the lady and the gentleman out there who work for y'all are planting this stuff in the ground. You're not growing it there. You're planting it in the ground and you're pretending for the camera that it grows there. You're buying crops and saying you're harvesting stuff for the camera. So please stop. Please stop. We know what it is. We know what it is. That's right, Bag. I'm sure I want to know. Yeah, Oh, I can do that? I don't know if I can do that. Okay. So what does this one say? Oh, y'all, we gotta hurry up. We've been on here a while. That's all. That's the Nigerians that's finishing their house. Oh, no, that's money. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought that was a Nigerian flag. That's the money that's finishing their house. They're gearing up to bring a promotion back. Yeah, because they need money to finish the house. Because I'm telling you, once you start building in Africa, it's always more money. And yeah, I figured out they're trying to build a better house than this black city. They really jealous of this black city. And in their minds, they're competing with her. Okay. So they want to build a better house than her. That house is not finished. The inside of that house is not done. It's just a shell, just so they could show us, hey, how you been? I ain't seen you in a while. Just a shell to show us, okay? It's just a shell. And they haven't put that shell up there in a long. If they hadn't put the shell up there, they would have nothing to show us. So they want us to make us think that this house is ready. But this house is not ready, y'all. This house is nowhere near ready, y'all. Yeah, and that time of the year, fundraising. Yeah, it's fundraising time. She's right. It's fundraising time. They need more money. Her video shows she was in the Gambia when she applied. I'm telling you, yes. She was in the Gambia when she applied for the loans and when she received the loan. She was there. She wasn't even here. She was not even here. She was away from that apartment for almost 2 years. She left to come to the Gambia on the 20th. I told y'all October 20th, 2020. 10/19/20. She was here. She was in the Gambia. She got the loan in February. They processed them loans right away and they put them loans out right away. The loan had to be paid within 10 days of approval. She was in the Gambia. And then that's when she went on, I'm a rich philanthropist and I'm coming to the Gambia to develop the Gambia. Then that's when she developed that identity. Yeah, that's when she developed that identity. RayRay made the request and the applicant online. Yeah, she did. That's how you did it. It was all online. That's how it got so crooked, because it was online. She's gonna take those videos down. It don't matter if she take them down. She should have took them down a long time ago. She's too vain to take them down. She's not gonna take them down. She's going to have to live in her vehicle. RayRay on the run. Yeah, she is. She is gonna have to live in her. Y'all, I ain't gonna talk about that. No, I ain't gonna say that. But no, she can live in her Section 8. I hope they don't put her out of Section 8 for Section 8 fraud. Because once you defraud the government, y'all know they cut you off services, okay? So they could cut her off and she may make her not eligible for any services that come from the feds. That's what they do when you defraud them. So they might kick her out of her little Section 8 apartment. Why is she now wait a minute, I gotta make this big. Why is she now pleading for help from subscribers to pay for her documents and mailing fees to the government, to the alphabet boys? She's a scam artist. She's a scam because she's a scam. Whatever money she can get from y'all, she gonna take. Whatever money she gets, she's gonna take. I'm telling you. Whatever money she gets, she is gonna take it. That's what she does. It is just that simple. Let me go back up. Whatever money she gets, she's going to take it. RayRay hasn't won any legal cases in the Gambia. No, she hasn't. She's still going through them. She's still pushing these cases through. Traveling with RayRay, Toyota, that's where yeah, exactly. Let me make this big, y'all. It says, but it's too late. Her videos have already been downloaded. She's not that smart. Too much of a right. They have been. Right. I've already screenshotted the ones I need. So she can take them down whenever she wants to. I got the information I need. I got it, honey. I don't care. You can take whatever you want to down. It means nothing to me. Nothing, because I got it. I love her new car. Stop hating, ladies. I have never met this person, but please stop digging the ditches for our sisters. We are all one. Okay. Uh, the fact that she keeps going there just to drag these court cases tells me that she has issues, and that's just crazy. Yeah, exactly. It is. It tells you that she has a lot of issues, that she's dragging these court cases. She goes there for that. She goes there for these court cases. Yeah. Uh, your sister has a bad mouth, lied on several other black women, and she's had several men in Gambia arrested because she made poor choices. Go speak light into her, ma'am. We we're over her. Yes, we are. This is ridiculous. RayRay hasn't won. No, she hasn't won any. She hasn't won any of the cases, y'all. Just so y'all know, she has not won not one of them court cases. They all keep getting postponed. You know, what is it when they reschedule it? They probably hoping one day she ain't gonna come back so they could just say forget it. Maybe dried up sour mother probably brought her on her. Maybe, maybe dried up sour mother probably brought one of her. She did. She brought them little dresses, and all the cute dresses in the Gambia. I don't know how she finds the ugly ones. The colors is horrible. Everything, the way they made. I'm like, wow, all these pretty dresses, and this what you find. I believe people can change, but she needs to admit her faults and stop suing Gambian men and apologize. Until then, I'm going to drag her. Good, because she needed. Stop the jealousy, ladies. Goodbye. I am not listening to this gossip and pure hate. That must be Shantae, y'all. And oh no, it's not Shantae. I've seen Dr. Summers live. Dr. Summers live is a real person. So no, that's a real person. The Native American who, okay, I can't read all that, Deborah. I got to keep going because we're running late. I don't want to get people off. Okay. All right. She enjoys making these men have court cases. She does. He talked about how she has targeted men, but yeah, she does. She really does. This is how she gets you back. When you don't want her, oh no. If you don't want her, she gonna take you to court. I live in the Gambia and I'm careful about who I allow in my circle. Okay, whatever. In that video you made, you didn't look like you was living in the Gambia. When did you move to the Gambia? Recently? Because I seen a line. It was a while ago. But really, you live in the Gambia now? Well, congratulations. Hope you're happy. Hope you didn't scam to get there. What's your name so we can look you up? The doctor hasn't learned for herself yet. So that's why I'm like, who cares? We don't care. If you still following these people after all this, we don't care. My job is not to make you believe anything. My job is to present you the information, and what you do with the information is strictly up to you. My job is not to convince you or make you believe anything. Why would we be jealous of a woman who can't maintain relationships, lives on social benefits, and lies about being relevant? Exactly. So we're jealous? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Your friend is jealous of every woman who has anything positive going on in their life. She's jealous because Miss Juliet is pregnant and she's not. She's had zero baby. So she's furious that Miss Juliet is 50 years old and she's pregnant and she can't even buy a boyfriend on YouTube. That's the reality of your friend that we're supposed to all be so jealous of. I will not socialize with haters. The Gambia is a beautiful place and it doesn't need this negative energy. So why are you on here? I'm confused. Why are you on here if we're such haters? Clearly, you're not careful as you think You have fun with RayRay. We good. And all passes that failure of a woman, right? And we'll all pass on that failure of a woman. She's failed in every aspect of life, every aspect. And you better watch your back. RayRay is in your circle. Yeah, she is. You better. Because, honey, you can't trust nobody. You can't trust her. She is not your friend. A fool and their money shall part. Yep, that's how she parted her money so fast. And you're right. Bag does. Wasn't her money if she earned it? Wasn't it her money if she earned it? She wouldn't have given it away. So, right. If it was her money, she earned it, she wouldn't have gave it away so easy. You're right. She wouldn't have. If she would have worked for that $16,000, if she would have earned that $16,000, there's no way she would have gave that $16,000 to somebody she just met on the internet. No, she did not earn that money. This is giving me a headache. All right, smooches. Smooches. See you later, girlfriend. I'll catch you when I'm in the Gambia. At least I know. I hope I don't. I hope I don't see you when I'm in the Gambia. Yeah, I hope I don't. Shantae White is the epitome of negativity, and you are funny. Lady Bye, she bought what she's selling, but I'm going on that damaged trash of a female. I'm going in on that damaged trash of a female. Now, doctor, you said 15 messages ago. Right, now say goodbye. Exactly. Say goodbye now. We seen you. I dare, no, they're not going to go to Nigeria. None of them. They couldn't afford, no, no, no. They're not going to any other countries. No other countries. RayRay gets away. All right, y'all, I'm trying to hurry up because we've been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Oh my God. She would get snatched and messed up. Oh, yeah. She would get kidnapped. They wouldn't even ask for no money, and for her, they would just do her. They would do her in. She would be missing in Nigeria. I don't feel she make it anywhere after the Gambia. Even Sierra Leone government have expelled her from yeah. But the locals would have reached out and laid hands on her by now. Yeah, because she's just, especially all the stuff she's done. I've never seen anyone behave the way she does in Africa. Always, yeah. And you know what, y'all? In Africa, you don't go to the police. You don't go to the police. You don't deal with the police in Africa. That whole legal system, you don't do that. You don't mess with them like that. So I know they're like, can't believe she's dealing with the police like this. I was on a tour in Ghana and I had to put several AA women in their check because they were being loud, rowdy, and acting ugly. Yeah, good. And I bet they got mad too because they love to be loud and act ugly. Her connection with Juliet brought her to that police. Yeah, police can. Oh, you're right. Juliet is now falling from grace. So it's only a matter of time before the police start to shun RayRay's drama cases. You're right. That was the only reason. I forgot. And you know, that's why Bag is friends with her, because she was friends with Juliet too. And now she's not friends with Miss Juliet. So they want to find out Miss Juliet's business from RayRay. Because you know, she done told them everything she could about Miss Juliet. She must be smoking some of that Gambian strong stuff. That is why she's here, there, and everywhere. Or maybe she can say it's repatriation. RayRay, yeah, that's what she's gonna say. RayRay is deported and banned in the Gambia. She needs to be. She should be. Now you see why I'm apprehensive about living around porn. Yeah, don't. I'm not. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm praying when I go back to the Gambia, I don't see no Americans. And that's sad. That is so sad. But y'all, I'm coming up with a new plan. I'm not going to none of the where the tourist people be at. I'm not doing it. I'm not going nowhere I suspect they be. I'm not. I'm not. I don't want to run into these people because the people who are coming there are being drawn there by certain people with these certain types of spirit, and they're attracting these same type of scamming, lying, cheating, backstabbing people. And I ain't the one. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that. I gotta go to the Gambia. I have family there. I cannot just not go. There's no way I can just not go. I gotta go. But I don't have to be bothered. And I can make it a point to do like I did in Nigeria. And Nigeria, I really didn't go, there was really no tourist area there. You know, you just kind of went to wherever you wanted to go. Well, Victoria Island, but I stayed away from Victoria Island because of that. Because the rich people, the very, very wealthy people live there, and the tourist people live there. And I just didn't like that vibe. I like being around regular, ordinary people, so I stayed in Acacia. Tanya didn't really turn. Okay, hold on. Tania didn't really turn against RayRay. I saw them go at it on UN video, but her drugs, Tanya, but her about her drug smuggling. The Tania lady just said RayRay should be ashamed if she really tried smuggling drugs there. Who is the Tania lady y'all talking about? Who is it Tonia or Tone? Who are y'all talking about? Did I miss a comment or something? Time is the master. Yeah. Because the government don't got nothing but time. I don't understand these bloggers. They whine and complain about folks, about them. That's all they do is talk about other people. Y'all know what I'm gonna do the next time. Y'all tell me if y'all want to do this. I think I'm gonna do a line where you can call in. Would y'all like to call in and talk? Would y'all be willing to come on here and talk? Some people I know don't want to talk on the phone. You don't have to. But I kind of like that about Afrodamus, how he let people call in and talk. Um, would y'all like to do that? Like for me to add that element? Because I think that would be fun. Because people can, for one, you can't really type everything because it's too much. And then if you're talking, we could get more information. RayRay felt as her friend, the lady shouldn't have commented against her. I still haven't seen the lady badmouth RayRay on YouTube. Who are y'all talking about? Who is the lady that RayRay commented against her? RayRay did make bad comments, insults about Tania and Kiki Loves Nigeria, took them down. Facts. Oh, I sure did. Oh, Tania. Yeah, she did. That was horrible. They was horrible comments. Who said she didn't? They was horrible comments. And I took them down and I blocked her. That's why I blocked her, because y'all, I don't mind you coming on my channel saying you could go back and forth with me all you want, but you're not gonna come on my channel and insult people who are commenting on my videos. So yeah, when Tania was commenting on my video, she did insult her. And it was a terrible, terrible insult, and I took it down. Shantae, it sounds like payback. Yeah, can't wait for your reaction. You should have one. When's the reaction going to be? Reaction to who? Us or the feds? Yeah, I can't wait to a reaction to the feds. Because this is feds. This ain't me talking. This ain't Kiki Loves Nigeria talking. I'm not slinging mud. I'm not a rock thrower. I'm not a mud slinger. I'm an information sharer. I'm sharing information. So what is she going to respond to? She's going to say it's a lie? How can she say it's a lie? We got the loan. We seen it. Did the what? I can't see. Did Snaggletooth, also known as needles in the? No, I couldn't tell. I saw somebody with her name from Georgia who had a janitorial business. But I don't think she did, because you know why I don't think she did? Because remember how broke she was and how broke she is? She don't have no money, y'all. She ain't never had no money. I don't think she did it. And Quasi had to pay her way to the Gambia, remember? And she didn't even invest that much. Yeah, they are watching. She didn't even invest that much. RayRay just learned, needs to shut her mouth. Someone should find Tania and see what she knows about this camera. I'm sure she has info to tell. She does. And she told me. But I didn't tell it. I'm never going to tell it. I don't tell what people tell me. I'm not going to come on here and say, oh, Tania told me this about traveling with RayRay, blah, 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 because that was her friend. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. She did tell me stuff about her. I got all kind of dirt on this broad. I've been knowing where this broad live at. I got this broad's passport, the pictures of her real passport picture. I know where this broad live at. I got all kind of information on this broad. Oh, how do you think y'all, come on. The information I know, how could I know it? Come on. They won't work because the Gambian men would only marry her to get a green card. She has no income, so she won't get one. She has this, she could, well, they give them to people with disability. You know, that's a whole nother story. But that's a whole nother story. But she's not going to get one because she was on here trying to sell her U.S. citizenship, exchange marrying her for U.S. citizenship for land. So I'm going to report that because you can't do that. That's illegal. So now she's going to be in trouble for that. She's going to be in a whole bunch of trouble for that. You know they're watching. Tania hasn't been anywhere in a long while. Something to do with her husband. I think I saw. Oh, but the info she could spill on RayRay. Yeah, they got info on each other. Because that's what she was doing, spilling information about her. But what kind of friend is that, though? What kind of friend is that? To me, it's just as bad, though, because she went on that girl, some lady, I forgot her name. She did some kind of video about me because she got mad at me because I blocked her on my channel and I accused her of something that I shouldn't have, but I apologized to her. I thought she was the one. I thought Travel with Tay Tay said she paid for the background check for me, but she didn't. I misunderstood. So Travel with RayRay, so this lady made this video about me. I don't know, just talking about me pretty much. But in the comment section, Tania, who was pretending to be my friend, goes on there and comments about me. The woman says, you're her friend. Spill it. Do y'all know this woman says you're her friend, spill the tea. Do you know she went on there and after that woman said that, y'all, it's like a whole, can't believe how much information that she's talking about me. But y'all know me. I'm smarter than that. This woman don't know nothing about me for real. Tania knows nothing about me for real. What she know about me is what y'all know about me. I don't talk about my business to people. I don't. And thank God I didn't, because look what she did. She went onto this woman's channel who was talking about me and and just was talking about me like a dog. So Tania, she just like Travel with RayRay. They the best of friends. They probably friends again. Now I'm thinking she was just spying on me for Travel with RayRay. She was never really trying to do anything with me for real other than get information about me for Travel with RayRay. Because somebody who's your friend, they're not going to go on you on social media and blast you, try to blast you like she tried to do me. I couldn't believe she did that. So Tania, no, she fouled too. She traveled with RayRay's buddy. She fouled. That's why she ain't been commenting. That's why you don't see her, because we know she fouled. Because everybody know, because somebody said that. They was like, Miss Kizzy, I think that was her name. She was like, oh, you was just cool with her. Now you on here talking about her? Right. Dr. Summer, was Shantae going easy when she tried to get Kiki? Yeah, that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I'm curious. I'm just curious. Well, do you think that was being positive? Do you think that was being positive and showing love for each other from one woman to the next woman? What is bag moving to bag land? What is bag? We don't know when they're moving out there, when they finish. Don't forget about the dog who pee in the poo on the vegetables. Yeah. And the dishwashing liquid on top of that. And now there's dishwashing liquid. And she talking about they organic. And y'all believe that too, don't you? They're organic, all right. They will never move to Neverland. No, Neverland and the forces of nature will keep them away. They will. They're never going to move in the house. All that money was wasted. All that money was wasted. I'm telling you how they're going to end up with nothing. And they're going to be bums in the Gambia because this money, their donations is drying up. They're drying up. I know 100% they're drying up. The views are drying up. The donations are drying up because Americans don't have money like that. We don't. We're in a recession. Nobody has money to just throw away at Black Acres. If you drop, oh wait, hold on, y'all. If you drop the courses before class starts, then they would have been refunded to RayRay. Right. But this is just okay, y'all. I'm trying to hurry up. But how you own dogs in the Gambia and live in the US and left the dogs? Girl, who knows what these people do? Who knows what these people do? The house they are building for themselves and the snakes will need air conditioning because without air conditioner, it will be a furnace. It is. And that's a snake pit. That's a snake den, y'all. That's a snake den. There's vipers out there. There's scorpions out there. There's cobras, not cobras. I think it was a cobra. It's some kind of snake out there. She said it was the black shiny snake that she saw. That is a deadly snake. Remember she said a wise animal? She know damn well that ain't no wise animal. They wise all right, but that wasn't a wise animal. That was a wise snake, right? She's right, but that is a poisonous, deadly snake. That black shiny snake she saw, I can't remember which one it was. I can't remember, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie, but that's a deadly snake. That's a very deadly snake. Hey, Mr. Paul Williams, that's a very, very deadly snake. Yeah, Miss Juliet is pregnant. Shantae had to announce it to the world. We don't know if it's true. Shantae saying she's pregnant. We don't know. Blacks in person. Right, it's her business. That's how I feel. If I don't put it on YouTube, if you put it on YouTube, it's fair game. If you don't put it on YouTube, then it's off limits. RayRay is telling that rumor. No one else is saying anything about Juliet being pregnant. See, we don't know because she's a liar. How's she gonna tell somebody else's business about being pregnant? Tay Tay is, yeah, thank you. In spite of what her friend on here saying. They weren't friends in the US, now they're right. And now they're the best of friends. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. RayRay is giving African American women, a bad reputation. Yes, and they're not going to want to be bothered with us. They're not. JW says, having lived and worked as a teacher in a Black country for 11 years, the local population never really accepts repents, especially the women. Therefore, even if you don't what, Mr. JW, finish. Why don't they accept women? Oh, so RayRay current location is already no, yes. We know where she lives. Okay, well, let me see what he says. They never really see the female expats. Oh, see, I know. That's what my friends told me. They see us as competition for the local men. She told me that. My friend from Ghana, she told me that. She said they're not going to accept you. They're never going to see you as one of them. You're always going to be the American lady who lived down the street. They're not really going to like you. Some of them may speak to you, but they're not going to like you because they see you as competition for their men. So no, they don't like you. This person is absolutely right. And a Ghanaian woman told me that herself, and an African woman from Gabon told me that. So they ain't lying. They ain't lying. She said the same thing. They're never going to see you as an African. She won't be able to keep affording. No, she won't. It's going to stop soon. She about that. She ain't going to be able to keep going back like that. The Black Acres and many more channels were only lockdown channels, and the people watched for entertainment only. Now that things are opening up, people are interested. They're not interested in their fake stories. Yeah, she's right. She's right. Giving us false hope that we could go to Africa and live off of $10,000. And they knew daggone well we couldn't. And then when we ran out of money and didn't have a place to stay, they're going to tell us, you can't come there. Remember, you can't come here. You can't come to Black Acres. You sure can't stay here, and especially not for free. After they told us they could, that we could. After they told us they was going to help us. But hey, y'all, we're going to run through this timeline, and then we're done. I'm going to run down the timeline to y'all. I didn't get a chance to do Quasi's timeline because the timelines took too long. But I did get a chance to go through hers. So, in October 20th, Travel with RayRay celebrated her PR's birthday with her, Phoenix Rain's birthday with her in the Gambia. She gave the money to Quasi Boy to invest to relocate Africa in July of 2020. She said she gave him $16,000 because she wanted to invest in luxury vacation rental property. So she decided to fund his entire project, which was $30,000. According to a report with the FBI, she sent 16 and she planned on sending the other in installments. In July of 20, I'm assuming, according to what I read from the lawsuit, she sent Quasi Boy wire transfer Quasi Boy $16,000 to invest relocate Africa. And again, I am assuming that this money from invest relocate Africa that she's investing is coming from the lawsuits, because again, she has no steady employment. She has no job. So she did say in her videos that there was a lawsuit. Okay. Second, she didn't give all the money at one time. So remember that she was going to pay for this whole project. So on October 20th, Shantae arrives. Travel with RayRay arrives in the Gambia. Now this is prior to the loan being received. The loan, so between October of 2020 and February, I'm assuming she applied for this loan because these loans had to move fast. So she applied for this loan sometime either in the beginning of January, the end of January, or the beginning of February, because they were online and they were turning the loans over fast. Okay. So I'm assuming it was around the end of January she applied for the loan in 2021, because in February of 2021 she received $19,000 and $915 from the Small Business Association Administration. By July of that year, she was stating she was a resident. Now, my question is, how are you a resident when you're supposed to be in the United States farming? That is not what you told the federal government. Okay. So, 2020, she arrives in the Gambia in October. November, she made a video where she's going to parties in the Gambia, which is further proof that she's still in the Gambia. She's not in the United States. She's partying in the Gambia. By December, in the Gambia, she's celebrating at a private bar. There's a video of her celebrating at a private bar, enjoying herself in the Gambia. Again, she is not in the United States. She has not been in the United States since October of 2020. January 21, we're in 2021. Boxing Day, she's still in the Gambia. Now pay attention to this timeline. This is crucial. January 2021, she is not in the United States, like she said on her application. Because to qualify for this loan, you had to be in the United States. So to have gotten the loan, she had to say she was here in the United States. She gave her U.S. address, which is on El Vista in T, Arizona. All right. So on Boxing Day, again, she was in the Gambia. February 2021, on February the 12th, 9 days before she got this loan. So she had to have gotten this, applied for this loan, like I said, in January, where we can see Boxing Day, she's in the Gambia. Or prior to that, say it took 3 months, which I know it didn't take 3 months to approve the loan. She was in the Gambia. She's in the Gambia since October 2021. She got the loan. The loan was paid in. Now, we're going to finish. March 2021, she's telling you, she did a video telling people about the best Wi-Fi in the Gambia. Now tell me, people, tell me, how are you growing, farming, whatever you're growing, how are you farming travel with Tay-Tay in the United States when in March, right after you got this money, you're making a video telling people the best Wi-Fi in the Gambia? It seems to me like you defrauded the U.S. government, the Small Business Administration, when you got your PPP loan. It sounds like you went into this loan with the intent to defraud the U.S. government because you were not even in the United States. And by March, right after you got the loan, which is what, maybe 10 days after you got the loan, you're making a video about Wi-Fi. You're doing nothing about farming or paying salaries, which was your salary, which was $95,000 a year. April 2021, she's still in the Gambia. She's celebrating herself in the Gambia. That's too much. February, March, April. 2 months after she defrauded the U.S. government, she's in the Gambia celebrating herself, celebrating that she has successfully defrauded the U.S. government and received a PPP loan. She's celebrating this, and this is on video. That's April. In May, she's having ice cream. 3 months after she's defrauded the U.S. government and received her $19,915. In June, what did she do? She went to a wedding. She had dresses made and she went to a wedding. And guess what else she did? She had a giveaway. Do you think she used any of that money she defrauded the government and got? Do you think she used any of that money? You think so? Because I do. I do. I suspect she used the money she got when she defrauded the U.S. government to get that PPP loan in February, because this is just 3 months later. 4 months after you defrauded the U.S. government, travel with Tay-Tay. You were cooking fish in the Gambia, but you told the U.S. government that you had a farming business in your Section 8 apartment on El Vista in T, Arizona. That's what you told the U.S. government. But you were really cooking fish in the Gambia, and you videotaped it. You also started your nonprofit in the Gambia. You didn't tell the U.S. government. Did you tell the U.S. government, Travel with RayRay, that you were going to start a nonprofit with that money that they gave, with that PPP loan money? Did you tell them that? No, you did not. You told them that you had a business that was profitable, that you were living off of, that was paying your salary. You told them that. You told them you had a farming business. A farming business, not a nonprofit. So irrelevant, Travel with Tay-Tay. Why are you on the 30? Why are you in July 2021 saying you're a nonprofit? In August of 2021, you celebrated Tabaski in the Gambia, but you told the U.S. government you needed that money to pay your $95,000 salary to support you while you did your farming business in the United States. That's what you told them. I guess that was a lie. Huh? So now we're at September 21st. You're bringing lights to the Gambia. You're bringing lights to the Gambia, to a village in the Gambia. That's not what you told the U.S. government you were going to do. You told the U.S. government you had a farming business that had been impacted harshly by COVID. And you needed this PPP loan money so you could survive and that you could help Americans maintain. That's what you told the Donald Trump administration. But that was a lie. Because clear, here, right here, you're on video saying you're a philanthropist and you're bringing lights to the Gambia. You're developing the Gambia with U.S. taxpayers' money. You can't do that with U.S. taxpayers' money. No, you can't. There's rules to our money, honey. When you deal with U.S. taxpayers' money, you got to follow the rules. And if you don't follow the rules, then they coming for you. Like, you think Kiki come for you? No, you ain't seen. Who you think taught me how to come for you? Who you think taught me? Y'all thought I was playing? Please look up public administration. Who do they work for? They work for the government. Who do they manage? Whose funds do they manage? Government. Whose programs do they manage? The government. You thought I was playing? You knew I had them college degrees. Girls, you saw that when you did when you went on my Facebook page. You saw them college degrees. You knew I had that background, but you didn't know what MPA stood for, huh? Dad, you should have Googled it. Should have Googled it. Now we're into October. She made a video saying she's enjoying her life in the Gambia. Her life as a philanthropist. But again, irrelevant travel with Tay-Tay. You told the U.S. government you were a farmer. You told them you were farming. You told them you were in the United States. You told them your business was on El Vista in T, Arizona, not the Gambia. I would say you defrauded the U.S. government, man. You defrauded the U.S. government. And anybody else who didn't do what they didn't follow those steps, and y'all know Crazy is my friend. Well, let me explain friend. I don't mean friend like I got friends that know me in real life. He my YouTube friend. Let's say that. Okay. Like I have friends on YouTube. He my YouTube friend. I told my YouTube friend. Because I'm gonna tell my YouTube friend the truth. YouTube friend, this is what it said. Did you do that, YouTube friend? Because if you didn't do that, YouTube friend, you just as guilty as she is, YouTube friend. You just as guilty and you just as wrong as she is. Even though I know what you're doing in the Gambia, that's fine, that's normal, that's good. But that wasn't the rules to this money. There was rules to this money. You have to follow the rules to get this money. I needed the money. I needed the money back. But I didn't follow, I followed the rules. I was not going to lie. I was not going to cheat and I was not going to steal, and especially from the U.S. government. So I pray everything works out for my friend. But Irrelevant Travel with Tay Tay, I hope she hit it hard. I hope she get the max. By November of 2021, the money was gone. Relevant Travel with Tay Tay was back in the United States. She's been going back and forth ever since, wreaking havoc in the Gambia, creating her chaos, causing her drama, and doing what she does. Doing what she does. All right, y'all, we're going to go through these comments, and then we're off here. Those are all the people I found that was scamming. I couldn't find Black Acres. I found the Black Acres. I'm going to put the receipts in the video so y'all can see them. Traveling back and forth for court is the dumbest. Yeah, it is, especially to Africa. But then I was thinking how lonely she must be, because when she was on that video, she was in that big old house by herself. Y'all know how lonely she must be? I've never been to Africa and been anywhere alone. That was the one thing that I noticed about Africa is how you never are alone. Never are you alone. But I know she got to be lonely because ain't nobody there with her. She was there by herself. She had to invite Black Acres to come over and eat that burnt food with her. So I know she had to be lonely, especially at night. Because at night when the sun go down, that's when Africans really get together, and they sit outside and they talk and, they socialize. That's when the fun really begins because the sun, it's not hot. You can just relax. But who was she doing that with? Nobody. Because don't nobody want to be bothered with. Maybe she was Skyping. Maybe she was what? Maybe she was Skyping the farm, so she's still present on her farm. Maybe so. I hope the IRS will accept that. I hope the federal government will take Skyping, Shantae. I hope they will. I hope they will. I don't know if they're going to consider that, though. Paying your lawyer with the car that he has to take over the payments. I can't believe. You pay your lawyer with the car. So she didn't even pay for the car, y'all. She put a down payment on the. Oh, this is even worse than what I thought. So y'all mean to tell me she put a down payment on the car, y'all? Are y'all serious? She put a down payment on. Please stop. Please stop. She was social distancing from her farm. Oh, that's what she could say. She could say she was social distancing. Secret farming mission in Wakanda. Yeah, that's what she was doing, a secret farming mission. Yep, that's exactly what she was doing, her secret farming mission. That's exactly what she was doing. She has exposed herself online as a fraudster. She sure did. She exposed herself. She did this to herself. And she would have laid low, been quiet. But see, it ain't about us though, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, the government was looking into this. The government was looking into this. They were looking for the Section 8 farm. Oh my God, that's hilarious, y'all. The Section 8 farm. That's what Bag should call they Black Acres, the Section 8 farm. Because I ain't never seen such poor looking vegetables in my whole life. They look sick. They vegetables look so sickly. It's so sad. Tay, you are gold busted. You really are, girl. You thought you was over there. We all like, where she get this money from? Why is she acting like that? Because she had that little bit of money she got from the government. She will probably use her boxing. I hope she does. She better. Creek. Yeah, she better. She is in trouble, y'all. And the thing is, it don't even matter if we wouldn't have found out or not. The thing is, y'all, the government is checking out these loans. I told y'all the triggers. I told y'all, if you got that money and you withdrew a large amount of money, that was a red flag. You got reported to the feds. If you transferred some money to an anything say investment, that was a trigger. If you bought things, luxury items, adult entertainment, all of that, that was a sign, trigger, reported to fraud. So it doesn't even matter whether we were on here or not, because you know those Gambian transactions, they seen that bank, whoever that card came from, saw withdrawal in the Gambia, saw transfers in the Gambia. They saw all of that. We're doing nothing but merely talking about it. We're not telling the government nothing they don't already know. So, y'all, that's all I have for y'all tonight. We can't do the lives like we used to every week, y'all, until school is out because, man, I'll be so busy. And this is crunch time because, it's almost time for school to be out. So just bear with me. I'll be back. I'm trying to do them once a month. That's my thing, once a month. Because look how long we've been on here, almost 3 hours. Oh, God, 3 hours. We getting on. Okay, y'all, so once a month, we'll do a good live like this. And then next time, I'm going to try to get it so people can talk. All right, so if you want to come on and talk, you'll be able to talk. All right, y'all, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for helping me bus travel with Tay and all these other people who want to go and scam in the Gambia and give us a bad name. We're going to expose all of y'all. We just coming for all of y'all. We're going to sit back like I always do and wait for the information. And and y'all, Family Exodus had nothing. They was not scammers at all. They was not scammers at all. Family Exodus did not. Why they shut down their channel, it don't have nothing to do with PPP loans. Nothing at all. They are not scammers. Harmony, that's a nice lady. I took her wrong because she was dead. She was down with the repat people. And you know what they say? Birds of a feather flock together. I think she just got involved with the wrong people. But yeah, Family Exodus did not get any loans, PPP loans. They were not involved in any of the scamming at all. They were straight up and up fair people. All right. And Harmony is doing fine for people who ask. Because I have people who ask me about her. She's doing good. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. Positive vibe. Thank you so much for everything. Everybody else, thank you. Places and spaces. Everybody. Deborah, is it Indra? Miss Indra, thank you. If I say y'all name wrong, please forgive me, Miss Indra. Because y'all know my glasses is broke. I can't get any to March. Rockabye Baby, thank you. Sweet Love, thank you. Everybody, thank you. Mr. JW, Robert Jordan, Sweet Love. Places and spaces, I think I said places and spaces. Wonderful. Everybody, Dr. What's your name? Mr. Foreman. Thank you, Mr. Foreman. All right. You said, Kiki, y'all laughing too much. Y'all was having too much fun. Get to work. Give us a story. All right. So I gave you a story, Mr. Foreman. There you go. All right, y'all. I'm out. Love y'all. See y'all later. Leave studio. Okay. Are you gonna leave the studio? All right, y'all. Now I gotta come over here and cut this one off. And I will see y'all on the next go round.